Welcome to Tabletop Tactics. Coming up in today's battle,
You bunch of buzzers at Tabletop Tactics, you join me, Chaos Lord Beard, in my new form with my new tome, and Mr. Pastry Chef himself.
Yeah, I'll be making the bread out of your bones with the Mawtribes.
You have a whole army of yous.
Yes, it's literally, they're all very hungry people. They're
Yeah.
just, they just want to bake bread with your bones.
Battle chefs.
Ooh.
Battle chefs.
Sadly, we don't have a battle chef in here.
That is sad. And I have attained great power, and I can be Chaos Lord Beard once again with my new tome, Slaves to Darkness.
Very nice tome.
It's a very fancy one. I've got little gold edgings on my pages.
Yeah.
So big thank you to Games Workshop for sending us these illustrious tomes. We also got the fancy box set of Slaves to Darkness, which is very nice indeed. Being worked on the background, didn't quite have time to get it done in this battle, but never fear, we do have some new units, including the Dark Master himself. And we have a whole new army.
Yeah, whole new army, Beastclaw Raiders spin on it, but yeah, we will be expanding, as all of our Sigmar armies, they will be expanded over time with when, Fletcher actually decides to do some work.
Exactly. And speaking of expansion, why don't you hit like and why don't you hit subscribe? We would like to expand our offerings, and to do so, we must have more subscribers, more likes, more comments, etc., etc. So feed the algorithm, as Chef will feed the Mawtribes.
Praise be unto the gulping god, the great Maw himself. Maybe I'm the great Maw.
Well, I feel like you are. Maybe I am the great...
Dark Master?
Great Dark Master.
You are actually bellacor.
I am.
Surprise! I'm very happy that I get to use my big, fat, munchy men. They are my second favorite army from the old world. They were actually my second army. I was playing them back when the army box was released in 2003 for you old Hammer players out there. And I had the limited edition, it wasn't a tyrant, what were they called? Oh, what were they called? I can't remember what they were called. The hero version of the Tyrants. They no longer exist in Sigmar because it's Sigmar today, and we have the Ogor Mawtribes with a very, very, very heavy Everwinter tilt on this one because it is a brand newly acquired army. We will be adding to it, but it is currently pretty much all Beastclaw Raiders. So I'm a son of the Everwinter today, but that's fine because I like big monsters, and that's always good for me. So we're running them as a Boulder Head Mawtribe today. So all my monsters get 2 extra wounds, which is already fantastic. And I get 3 mount traits, which is very good. Free mount traits, everyone. Yeah. So leading it up is a Frost Lord on Stonehorn. He is, Stonehorns are just absolutely horrific at the best of times. The Frost Lord on top adds some really nice extra damage. So I've got 2 of these, one of which is my general. He has the Elixir of the Frostworm artifact. So once per game, he can basically breathe ice fire at you. And yes, I know that's what I said, and I know it's a contradiction, but it's Sigmar. It's cool. And also it's quite literally cool because of the Everwinter. And then we also, as his Warlord trait, he has the Voice of an Avalanche. So he can issue a command ability anywhere on the battlefield, and once per game I can use a command point for free, which is very nice indeed. And then his mount trait is Rockmane Elder. So he's -1 to be wounded, which is very, very nasty when he's got 17 wounds, a 3-up save, and a 5-up ward. He's going to be very difficult to put down. My second Frost Lord I've got no extra artifacts or anything like that in here because I've had to take everything as a Yolbard. You can't actually fit this kind of an army into a Warlord because I don't have any small sub-commanders. So what I've taken is a Yolbard instead, which effectively means I can do at the double or forwards to victory once per game for free because it gives you the swift enhancement ability. But my second Frostlord does have another mount trait because that's part of the Boulderhead Mawtribe, and he is a belligerent charger. So for the purposes of the trampling charge ability, which is doing mortal wounds on the charge, effectively I roll a number of d6 equal to the unmodified charge roll, and I do mortal wounds depending on the value of the dice and depending on the size of the creature in question. It always counts as a 7, which is very nice. So even if I only roll a 3 for my charge, I don't get to move 7, but it means I'm always rolling at least 7 dice for doing mortal wounds on the way in, which is very good indeed. We then have a Huskard on Storm Surge. No, that's 40k. On Stonehorn. He is effectively a priest. We've given him the Keening Gale prayer from the prayer scriptures, which allows me to pick a, if it's successfully chanted, a friendly unit, I believe it's wholly within 18, gets +3 movement, which is very good indeed. This army is fast and hits like a ton of proverbial frosty bricks. His ability, because he's not the best in combat compared to the Frostlords, so I've given him Metal Cruncher, which effectively means at the start of the fight phase I can chew on a War Machine or something with a 3+ or better save, and they just take d6 mortal wounds because he's used to eating metal and he likes it. It makes him feel good in his belly. He has a Blood Vulture because they're cool. Who doesn't like to ride into battle with your pet vulture, which goes off and does mortal wounds to things? And then we go over to my battle line. We've got 2 units of Mournfangs, so 2 units of 2. Just a champion each. We've got no banner or musician because you need 4 models in the unit to do so. We've given them the Iron Fist and the Clubbers. And then we have another Stonehorn because they're battle line, because my Beastclaw Raider is a general, making them battle line, so that's my 3 battle line units there. This Stonehorn with Beast Rider has a crossbow and the Blood Vulture, and that is the list. It's 1950. It's very, very heavy on the heroes and the monsters because that's how Beastclaw Raiders do. For what it's worth, my grand strategy is on the Moor Path because that just seems super cool. I don't know whether it's going to be any good or not, but I don't care. It's Sigmar, and I'm going to have a blast.
The Slaves to Darkness is here, Chaos reigns, and I've already got a new book, which is very nice. A new battle tome already for the Slaves to Darkness. Chaos reigns! Praise be to all of the Chaos Gods, etc, etc. I'm running the Host of the Everchosen today for this army, which means that I get to rally on a 4+, which is very nice, and I also get a free ensorcelled banner on a unit, which is also pretty cool because that's a new part of the book, which I was very eager to show off. So banners for everyone, and everyone's going to come back from the dead. Leading this force is the Dark Master himself. Bellacor is here, good grief. Very exciting to be running him today. He's got Binding Damnation as his spell, which I'll cover when we get into the game. But he will be bringing wrath and ruin to this battlefield. We also have a Lord on Crackerjack. He's here. He has the Mark of Khorne. He's going to be my general, and I've given him the Death Dealer trait, which means that once per battle, I can fight again at the end of the phase because he gets fight last with that ability, but he can fight twice. As long as he's not killed, he will strike down very powerfully indeed. I've also given him the Hellfire Sword as his artifact, which means that I can pick one of his weapons and give on 6s to wounds, the wounds become mortal wounds instead of regular, which is very nice indeed. We then move on to the Varangard. Yes, the Varangard are here. They're Mark of Nurgle. I've given them the Demon-bound swords. I think they're probably the best option. There's arguments to go for the ensorcelled weapons instead, but I do like the Demon blades for the mortal wound potential. We then have a big blob of 20 Chaos Warriors. 20 Chaos Warriors with the Mark of Nurgle. This is the first of the icons. Oh no, it's not. The Varangard have another icon, which is the Banner of Rage, because they're Mark of Khorne. I've completely forgotten what it does, but I'll mention it to you when we get into the game. Anyway, the Chaos Knights, 20 of them, Mark of Nurgle. They have the Eroding Banner, which means that any rend is subtracted by 1. Which is pretty decent because they now have a 3-up save, which is very, very cool indeed. So they shouldn't be going anywhere fast. And then backing them up is a unit of 10 Chaos Knights. So my mounted heroes, they are Mark of Khorne. Oh no, I gave these guys the Banner of Rage. Forgive me. Ha 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 ha. Varangard of Varangards. They're powerful enough. Sorry, the Chaos Knights have the Banner of Rage. That's what I meant to tell you. I still can't remember what they do. Again, we'll talk to you about it in the game. Moving on then, we have a Gore Beast Chariot. I do like these quite a lot. This is also Mark of Khorne. It's got some really nice mortal wound potentials on the charge, and it can sort of run through stuff now. Again, I'll go through the mechanic room in the game and we can properly show it off, but a really cool update to that unit. And then finally, we have the Realm Scourge Raptor as my endless spell, Rapture. I like this one a lot from the previous book. It's pretty much the same. I think it's actually exactly the same. It's done well for me in the past, and hopefully it will slow down some of these giant beasties before they eat my bones. It's 1940 points, so because of that I get a Triumph. So I picked Inspired, which I can do once per game, which will give me +1 to wound, which is very nice indeed. That is the list. That is the new Slave to Darkness. Let's get into the mission and let the blood flow forth upon the battlefield.
Today's battle plan is the Prize of Gallet, a pitched battle from the General's Handbook. 5 predetermined objective markers are placed onto the battlefield. In this battle, victory points scored for objectives you control can only be scored if the objective has been activated. At the start of each battle round, the player taking the second turn must pick one objective to be activated. In addition, objectives on the border of a player's territory cannot be activated until the start of the second battle round. Each player scores victory points at the end of each of their turns as follows. Score 1 victory point if you control at least one objective. Score 1 victory point if you control 2 or more objectives. Score 1 victory point if you control more objectives than your opponent. And score 2 victory points if you complete the battle tactic you picked that turn. Each player also scores 3 victory points at the end of the battle if they completed their grand strategy.
Here we are! The rivers, once babbling brooks and mossy swamplands. Probably some nice peat in there we should leave. Shouldn't dig up peat. No. Need to leave it where it is.
Yeah.
So we're protecting the peat.
Yeah, protect the peat. It's important.
My grand strategy.
Well, it's important to both nature and to the whiskey distillery down the road.
Exactly. Yes, but there may be some blood spilled, so we might need a good filtration process.
I mean, we should do anyway if we're brewing whiskey.
Unless you're Khorne, and then probably a little bit of a, instead of like a dash of water or a little ice cube in the whiskey, just have a little drop of blood.
I'm sure that's something that some culture has done somewhere down the line.
We'd certainly hope so. I certainly hope so.
Yeah. Especially if they worship Khorne. And I'm talking about real life cultures. There's probably one that worships Khorne because why not?
Fingers crossed. Our river terrain is provided by Over Yonder Games.
They're just over yonder.
They've given us this lovely new river terrain. It's all magnetic, so you can make your own little waterways and networks of river.
It's great.
You can make swampy mires such as this. There's nice little waterfall pieces.
Got waterfalls, you've got little bogs, you've got babbling brooks.
Intersecting junctions.
It's all, like you say, it's all magnetic. You can make your own oxbow lakes, your own little splitting rivers. It's great.
It's very pleasant.
It's really nice.
It's all very pleasant. It's got quite a nice shiny effect, so if you've got nice studio lighting like us, it makes it look like it's actually moving.
I also like where the magnets looks like waves.
It does. Isn't that nice?
Lovely.
Anyway, I have priority.
Yeah.
Because I deployed first because I've got a 1-drop.
You
cheeky
did?
1-drop.
Yeah, cheeky one.
So, with that in mind, I'm going to let you go first because you're big and fast and I don't want any part of it.
I see. I understand. It's worth also pointing out that we are playing a mission from the General's Handbook today, but we're doing a few little tweaks. The reason being is because we just want to make sure that we're going to get things right in terms of the core rules, but we want to do the missions to start adding a bit of variety and spice to the mission, so we're not just doing the same 3 missions over and over again. So for the purposes of like battle tactics and grand strategies, we are using the Galatian veterans rules, but we're not using like the core battalions where you can stupidly make your Galatian or your non-Galatian veterans get +1 damage against Galatian veterans. Because then I go, cool, my entire army gets +1 damage against you, which is stupid.
That is stupid.
It's dumb, and I don't like it.
It's dumb!
Likewise, we're not doing using it to sort of fight through various ranks because we really like the range system of Sigmar. But it opens up some more variety of things. We're also not doing the proving ground bit because that just complicates things whilst we're trying to learn the new missions. So bear with us. Eventually, we may very well do the Galatian veteran stuff in its full entirety, but for now...
But we are doing 2,000 points the first time. Celebrating these new battle tomes.
Big boy armies.
Exactly. I should also mention that I've quite badly hurt my shoulder. So if you see me wincing or crying or going, I've hurt my shoulder.
I mean, it's a fair as far as trades to chaos go for power. That's a
it's
pretty
a sacrifice.
That's a pretty good sacrifice because most of the time it's just like they've gone. I mean, what we could do is we could give you a tentacle arm or make your eyes gone or remove your sanity, and they've just gone. We'll give you a pinched nerve for 2 weeks. And you go. Yeah, all right, that seems pretty reasonable for a demon sword. Sure.
It's a fair sacrifice to the dark gods, and I'm willing to make it. Well, I didn't have a choice. I did it by accident this morning.
That's probably the way that most sacrifices to the dark gods go. If you've seen any eldritch horror, it just tends to happen by mistake. You have given me the turn 1, have you?
It is your duty to go first.
I understand, so I've got 2 CP. So my battle tactic is going to be against all odds. So I pick 1 unit from my starting army, which is going to be this unit of Mournfangs down here. And I complete this battle tactic if at the end of this turn, any models from that unit are contesting an objective that you control, and that objective is not being contested by any enemy Galatian veteran models. So if I'm reading this right, and if I'm not, mea culpa, please let me know in the comments below. I can move that onto this objective here, which is not being contested by any enemy Galatian models, and I will score the battle tactic.
Nice that.
So that's what I'm going to do. It's also worth pointing out that because you went second, we are playing the Prizes of Galat mission. You have chosen this objective to be the one activated.
Yes.
So in this mission, only the ones that are activated can be scored for your main scoring of victory points. Once they're activated, they remain activated for the rest of the game, but you cannot pick the ones in your territory on turn 1 because that's silly.
Indeed.
I understand. So it is that one. That's kind of it, really, to mention there. I've got 2 more things to do in my hero phase. We're going to do heroic leadership to try and get an extra CP from my General.
Very nice.
Well, a freebie one that he can use. Yes.
Oh, look at
so
you
he
go.
has a CP that he can use at the end of this turn. Fine, I may use it. Interestingly, because of Voice of the Avalanche, he can do that anywhere on the battlefield, which is very cool. And then we just need to try and chant a prayer. But you have a heroic action to do as well. Do you want to do heroic leadership for a CP? Or do you need to not bother?
I mean, I may as well.
You may as well.
I may as well. Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Hey.
One of your characters can issue, either your Crackerjack or bellacor can issue a command ability.
I'll probably give it to Crackerjack.
Crackerjack can issue a command ability for free this turn. Cool. One last thing to do, and that is to call upon the powers of the Everwinter.
Oh my goodness.
So my Huskard is a priest. He is going to try and chant Keening Gale. So it's chanted on a 3+. It is. So I pick a friendly unit wholly within 18. I'm going to pick this Mournfang unit. They get +3 movement.
Yowza!
It's also worth pointing out, because it's my favourite rule in the entire game, Ravenous Brutes. Because none of my units are within 3 inches of any enemy units, they're hungry, so they get an extra 2 inches to their move. It's the best rule. It's the best rule in the game.
Yeah.
Movement phase, we will begin with the Beast Raiders on Stonehorn, just moving around here so they can bring their harpoon launcher into range. The Mournfang Riders now have a 14-inch move thanks to the various buffs that they have from the Keening Gale as well as being hungry. I don't need to go that far, but 1, I wanted to show it off, and 2, it just ensures that I can go there and claim the objective for victory points as well as my battle tactic. Rolled a big 6 on the advance for these Mournfang Riders over here. They're just getting their toes wet. The Frost Lord on Stonehorn, yes. This is not the general. He is just moving up to here. The general will move up to here to support his Mournfangs. And then finally, my Huskard is just going to move around here, maintaining range with the Moorpot because it's cool. And then that is my movement phase completed. It is the shooting phase, and we're going to unleash the Blood Vultures.
Okay.
So we'll start off with the Huskard.
Yes.
He's going to, so I pick one unit that is within line of sight. That's it.
Okay.
And on a 2+, you take a mortal wound.
Oh, no.
So I'm going to do it on your knights. Over
My
there.
goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, you take one mortal wound, but you do have a 5-up ward save against it.
I do. And Chef, what I'm going to do is look at my card for this unit.
I didn't get sent any cards. It's very sad.
These are sweet. So all of my units in the Slaves of Darkness box, you get a massive box of cards which have your data sheets for all of your units. You've got little fold-out ones for your characters. You can have your spells and stuff.
Yeah, it comes
I
with
don't
the cards
even
for
need
the spells
book.
and artifacts. Yeah, it's really nice.
It's sick, man. So according to this, I have a Chaos Rune Shield. So I have a 5-up.
A 5-up ward.
Hap! Oh no, wrong arm. Oh, the pain. Ah, the pain is good.
It is a good
Dark
bang.
sacrifice.
Next bit of shooting is my stone. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
I'm being very brave.
Okay. Next bit of shooting is the Stonehorn Beast Raiders. Now, I'm pretty sure this is a typo in here, guys, because in the previous version, and as you can quite clearly see on the model, there's 2 of them, each with a weapon. One has a harpoon launcher and one has a blood vulture.
Yes.
You have to build the one at the rear with a harpoon launcher.
Yes.
And in the previous version of the book, it was they come with a harpoon launcher and then either a vulture or a chain trap.
Yes.
But in the new book, it says they have one of the following weapon options: a harpoon launcher, a chain trap, or a blood vulture. I'm not going to play it like that because that's not what the model is and not what the previous rules were. I expect it to be FAQ'd, and if it doesn't get FAQ'd, I'm still going to play it like that because that's silly.
We can do what we want.
So I'm going to fire my blood vulture at you. This is all into your knights, and I'm going to use my
You're
free.
fire the blood vulture at me.
Yeah, I got a blood vulture cannon.
A cannon?
Yeah, it's like something out of Worms. You know, like the homing pigeon.
Yeah.
So it goes boop, and then it goes.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they unleash the blood vultures, and then they go and pluck your eyes
I was
out.
expecting you to sort of like launch it, but not put it in a cannon.
Rugby throw. Rugby throw? No, that's football, isn't it? Yeah.
Whatever.
Look, because he's got infinite range on his command abilities, and they weirdly can't give command abilities to themselves, I'm going to use his Voice of the Avalanche ability to command them, even though they're not within 18 inch or wholly within 18, and his free CP that he got from Heroic Leadership to give him all that attack.
That's nice.
Because I'm going to lose it anyway.
Well, I'm going to spend the CP I got for my
Crackerjack.
Chaos Lord to give them all out defense.
We're back to basically where we started.
Exactly.
That's nice. Well, first of all, I will do the Blood Vulture. You take a mortal wound.
Ouch.
Or
do
you?
I? Shall I use my bad arm again?
It's up to you.
Let's see.
You do.
I should have used my bad arm.
The Stonehorn Beast Raiders then, as mentioned, have the Harpoon Launcher. 1 attack here, but hitting on freeze now because of all out attack.
Okay.
Never mind.
Pants alive.
Well, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, baby.
Sigmar.
Hero phase for the Slaves to Darkness. I've got a couple of things to do with bellacor down here.
Yeah.
But before that, my battle tactic for this turn is against the odds.
Well, it's the same as me.
That's the samey.
I want to point out that we said that what we'll do is we're going to start. We've gotten used to the main missions now. We've gotten used to the sort of the basic battle tactics. Let's change things up. Let's do new missions so that it's not seize the center of it. It's basically seize the center.
It's pretty much, yeah.
But it's not going to be like that in every single mission because not every mission is going to have objectives that easily accessible.
Yeah.
But yeah. And also, if they were Galatian veterans, then you wouldn't be able to do it.
Exactly.
So, you know, it swings and roundabouts.
There's
but
also
it's just
a
very
few
funny.
that I can't take because you don't have any Galatian veterans. So
Yeah.
anyway.
Swings roundabout.
What we are going to do though is start off with some psychic abilities. So Bellacor is going to cast Mystic Shield onto my Chaos Warriors.
Some magical spells.
Magic
Please.
spells.
Mystic Shield. is
Hocus
it?
pocus.
Okay. Well,
Alright.
so I have done a heroic action for heroic willpower on my general, so he can deny a power, dispel a power, unbind. Unbind is deny, and dispel is turn off an endless spell. I will eventually get it right, but it is not this day. So you cast it on an 8.
I did.
I'm going to say no Mystic Shield.
Okay.
And I mean, it is Bellacor.
Yes, Mystic Shield.
Oh, that's a 2-up save
yes,
on those
Mystic
warriors.
Shield. Yeah, so those Chaos Warriors are pretty gnarly. With their banner, they're pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're now going to cast my Realm Scourge Rupture.
Okay. I can't
see.
dispel this. So.
Does it go off? 5, 6, 7, 8.
It do.
It do. It ruptures. So that's nice. So let me plonk that down roughly over here, but I'll put it exactly where it needs to be in just a moment. I love that spell. Right, so it's the movement phase. I thought I'd just add a little bit of cinematic flair here. So like, bellacor is quite literally unleashed hell. So the spikes are moving up this way from the very depths of heck itself. I'm also spending a command point for at the double. So my Chaos Warriors are going to move up this way, as far as I can possibly go, to hold that middle objective for my battle tactic. But more importantly, they are quite literally running behind a wall of spikes, which is heading towards the enemy. I'm very happy. Chaos Lord is going to move up just a little bit. I'm very wary of all these big monsters with their big moves, so he's just going to move up to support these guys and hopefully get a counter charge off later on. The thirst for blood hasn't quite set in yet, so these Chaos Knights are actually going to move back just a little bit because it would be an incredibly long charge I need to get into the big boy over by the rock. So I'm going to bide my time and wait for them to get a little closer. And then we're also just going to do a little bit of a move over this way, just moving the chariot out the way of danger, which makes way for bellacor to move back a little bit, and the vanguards. We do like to murder, but we don't like to be murdered. So we're going to wait just a little bit, and then we will unleash hell. Gorn will be pleased. Oh, he will. That's my turn done. Simples. I have managed to get my battle tactic with my Chaos Warriors over there.
And a smidgen out of 9, so I couldn't redeploy.
Yes.
Not that I would have redeployed forward.
Yes.
That would have been silly. But, you know, I would have gone backwards.
Yes. The Chaos Knights are very, very tough now. So they have a 2-up save, and because of their banner of Nurgle, which I'm going to mention something about right now, actually, before we get into that, before I forget. So with my card of my eroding icon, it goes with a Nurgle unit. It says you worsen the range characteristic of melee weapons that target this unit by 1 to a minimum of dash. Now, in the book, it also says whilst units are wholly within 12 of this unit. Now, all of the other ensorcel banners don't have a range on them.
Yeah, they only affect the unit that they're in.
Yeah. And if that was the case, that would be busted to all hell. So what I'm going to do is actually just presume that the card is correct, because no other banners have a range on it.
Yeah. Because it's enemy models that are wholly within 12. So not only does that make it really powerful for supporting a battle line, and quite ludicrously powerful at that, actually. It also makes it quite awkward for for big combats, because you go, oh, well, half the unit's wholly within, and then the other half gets the rend, and the other half doesn't. It's also, from a printing basis, that book was probably printed several months ago, and the cards are a lot easier to print.
So we're going to go with the card being the intention, though. So we won't play it as if it's got a range.
I mean, look, if it comes out and it gets FAQ'd to be, no, you ignore the card,
I'll take another 20 warriors.
Then fine. If it does come out to be FAQ'd to be actually change it so that it only affects the unit that bears it, but it's against all attacks against them, not just units that are wholly within range, then it's got a slightly different thing, but you're not anticipating a nerf, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think if any of the other banners had a range, we think that might be the case, but it's the only one with one, so we're going to bin that off for now. Anyway, that is the turn completed.
4 for 4.
4 for 4.
And now prioritize.
CCC. Please.
Please?
Please.
Okay. It's a 2.
It's a big 2.
It's a 2.
Hup! It's a big 3.
So you have the choice of priority. Would you like to go first or second in battle?
I would like to go second.
I understand. Giving me the priority, have you?
Oh, yes.
Strategic plays.
I moved back to get away from you big monsters.
But I wanted to win the priority to give you the turn. But never mind. So, fine. As you are going second, you have chosen this one to be the activated one this turn.
You know
genius.
Why? Yeah, tactical genius.
Tactical genius.
Yep.
I am taking as my battle tactic, savor the taste. Reason being is because my grand strategy is on the Maw path, not the war path, not to be confused with the two.
You see what they've done there? Because they're Mawtribe warriors, and it's like Warpath,
but Maw path.
but it's Maw path.
So the Maw path is actually...
Hang on.
Yeah. So the Maw path is in the fluff, like as something that they go on. It's like basically the big like holy pilgrimage. So I'm doing that. Basically, I need to get 4 or more battle tactics, all from the Glory to the Gulping God battle tactics, so they have to be from here. So I'm doing Savour the Taste, which is everyone has to be hungry at the end of the turn.
It's a very cool army.
It's cool, right?
Great.
Because I'm not realistically going to be making a bunch of charges.
Why?
The ones that I'm going to make aren't really going to be as effective as I'm hoping. So I'm not going to. I'm going to counter your Tactical Genius with Tactical Genius of my own.
Well.
By just biding my time. Yeah. What I am going to do is a heroic action with my general to turn off your Realm Scourge Rupture.
I refuse.
Don't care.
Is that a rule in Sigmar?
No.
Once per battle, I can refuse.
So because I'm doing it in my hero phase, I can dispel an endless spell as if I was a wizard.
Sure.
I don't dispel it because it's casting value of 7.
Very close though.
Very close.
Very
so
close.
It does stay there, which is fine. Very well. That's that. So now all I'm going to do is, how far does it move?
9.
It moves 9?
I believe so. Hang on, let me just check my card here, Chef. It moves 9 inches.
9 inches. I see, because I can only attempt to dispel it once, of course.
And it can fly, which is fun.
So you will end the move within range of those guys. So they will potentially half their movement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Keening Gale once again from my Huskard onto those Mournfangs. So even if they're half movement, they can get out of dodge.
Yes.
So that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
It doesn't go off. All right, never mind then. Fine. That is that. Do you have any heroic actions that you wish to do?
My main heroic action is that I've stretched out my trap nerve.
Are you feeling better?
Feeling much better, which is good.
Okay.
Had some lunch, that's probably also helped. I will do the heroic leadership again.
I understand.
Because why not?
I understand.
Understand? No.
No, you won't. No. Okay, very good. So, that's that. Let me do some movement.
Realm Scourge Rupture, baby! It's into the hero phase. Yay!
Kia.
My spikes. You got spiked right in the, what are they called?
Those are Mournfangs.
Mournfangs.
Yeah. Right in the fang.
Right in the fang. On a 2+.
I mourn my loss of fang.
Yes.
Praise be.
2+.
Yes. So I take D3 mortal wounds, and my movement is half.
Halved.
Halved. How many mortal wounds do I take?
I'll tell you how many you take. You take 1.
Just 1. All right, that's fine. I can live with that. The half movement, less than.
It's a bit pants, isn't it?
It's just annoying. My Beast Riders now in my movement phase are going to just go round the corner, away from any pesky charges. This Frost Lord is just going to shuffle forward ever so slightly, just to get within 6 of that objective. Not worth anything in terms of controlling points because of the mission, but that's fine. I ran a mighty 2 with these Mournfangs, but because they are also hungry, they get an additional 2, and because of the varying slowness, I'm basically going 6.5 inches off to the side, because the Realm Scourge Rupture must continue in its path of destruction. And the final 2 bits of movement, we're just going to move my Huskard over this way to, again, allow the Realm Scourge to pass without being hit by it. And if you want to make a long bomb charge, you can. And this Frost Lord is going to move just over, round, up, and so on, so forth. Shooting phase, and then that will be my turn because I want everyone to be hungry. I've got to let them, build up the appetite. You see, it's very clever.
You don't want to eat too much bread or cheese.
No, don't fill up on the hors d'oeuvres. Just a slight addendum to the movement as well. I've shuffled the Beast Riders back slightly to just be within 6 of this far objective. It's not worth any points, but it means I will control it at the end of the turn. So when it does become active for points, it will be under my control. Now I realise that there's 10 knights there, but that's fine. I'll deal with them later. But what I'm going to do now is fire vultures and harpoon into those warriors in the middle. Double tap vulture. This is from both the Beast Riders and the Huskard.
Okay.
Okay, so 1 hits you for a mortal wound.
I've done all out defense, by the way.
Sure.
Everyone.
Because
I
I'm
spent the CP.
Yeah. Do you shrug the 5 with the mortal wound from the burb?
Shield.
No. The bird plucks an eye out.
Ah!
But that was my good eye. I gave the other eye to Chaos. I'm blind now.
Yeah.
The harpoon launcher hits. The harpoon launcher wounds. -1, but because of all your varying pluses, it's a 2-up save.
Huzzah! Nurgle be praised.
Would have been fine anyway. Yeah. Cool. That is the end of the shooting phase and the end of my turn. I scored 2 points for my battle tactic because everyone is hungry. I don't score anything else on the primary because it's these 2 which are active and they are yours.
They are mine.
But I have controlled these 3 objectives here.
Really good position.
And I'm basically waiting. I need this army to charge, otherwise it just It doesn't do a huge amount. Vice versa, Beard also wants his knights to do the charge, otherwise they're not doing much. So it's an interesting conundrum we find ourselves in. But it is now your turn.
That's nice. Hero phase, baby. So I've picked gaining momentum as my battle tactic.
I understand.
Out of all of the ones available, it's the only one that theoretically can be achieved.
Sure.
It's quite interesting. So I do need to kill a unit. The ones I'm going to select to attempt to kill are your...
My Mornfangs.
Mornfangs, thank you.
My Mornfangs.
Your Mornfangs, aye. I also need to be holding 3 objectives. I need to be holding more than you are holding.
Yeah, so I am holding 3 objectives. None of them are worth points at the moment for the purposes of the main mission, the main primary mission, to use the 40k nomenclature. But they are still counted as under my control for the purposes of battle tactics and whatnot. So yeah.
Yes. So with that in mind, I'm going to move on now to my other stuff. So bellacor is going to do his action to... I always forget what this one's called, to get a CP.
Heroic Leadership.
Thank you, Heroic Leadership. Do I get a CP?
No.
No, I don't. We are then going to move on and cast Mystic Shield onto my Vanguard.
Well, I'm doing Heroic Willpower on this Frostlord here to attempt to deny 1 power.
Frosty boy.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9.
I'm going to attempt to deny it because you don't have any other spells to do.
No.
I mean, you could do an Arcane Bolt for later, I suppose, but I mean...
I may as well.
I mean, this
Can
one's a
cast
bit
2.
more relevant to my purposes.
Oh, you cheeky devil!
The Everwinter says no!
My goodness. Well, I'll try and power up an Arcane Bolt as well.
You do. I can't deny that. So you can release that. You hold it in the part. It's everyone else like pulls down like a bolt of white or blue energy, and you just like go. You cast Shadow Orb from Pokemon.
Yeah. Oh.
You just go. I mean, it's a big deal.
End of the hero phase. I'm just going to have a little shuffle forwards with my Spike Pit. Just to be annoying. And then we'll move on to the movement phase. So we'll then move over to my warriors. They're going to move up in an attempt to charge. But if I don't make the charge, I'm still nicely nestled on this objective. Risky maneuvers here, but we're going to move up with the Vanguard. If I get the double turn, it could be quite tasty. If I do not, it could be quite painful in my butt. However, I was trying to think of that thing. The fortune favours the bold beard. We'll move up the Gorbeast Chariotto as well, and also Bellacor, the Dark Master, approaches you and he points. He says, "Hey, I'm gonna kill you, man. I'm gonna eat you." Still sort of holding steady with the knights. Oh, there's 2 very, very large monsters over there, and I'm not quite ready to deal with them just yet. If I move normally, I'm too far away to charge. If I go too close, I'm going to get hammered if I don't get the double turn. So I'm going to move them forward a little bit. So the next turn, if I move normally, I can hold that objective with all 10 models. So yes, we're going to bide our time just for a little bit longer. Difficult to know exactly what to do with my Chaos Lord here. So I'm actually going to move him up just to be a bit of a thinking piece for Chef in the next turn. He might get charged, but then if he does get charged, things that charge him will then get lanced. So yes, we'll see if that actually works. That is the movement phase complete.
I'm going to redeploy with my Mornfangs because you are within 9 inches with your Chaos Warriors. It wouldn't have changed where you're moving, because realistically, because you have moved up to your maximum movement.
They're the guys. And also it's difficult to do these things in order when one is filming.
When one is filming. So I am going to redeploy with them for a CP. Ooh dear. Well, it's a 10-inch charge rather than a 9-inch charge. So that's fine. So I will effectively just go hide between Mummy and Daddy's legs.
Ooh.
Oh no, they're entangled. Look, okay, there we go.
Family feud.
There we go.
Right, for the Dark Lord, for Bellacor, for Crackerjack, and for my self. KO! No.
Okay. Do you want to use a CP to re-roll it?
Yes, I do.
Okay, very good.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll use my last CP.
Oh. I mean, yeah, may as well. Ka! Oh! In they go.
Praise be to Chaos, Mummy and Daddy Chaos. Right. I will attack you with my murderous weapons.
Given that we're losing the CP, I'm going to spend one on all-out defense.
Very good. Now, I've only got 4 in that can attack you, including my...
You champ?
My champion.
You don't want to pile into within 3 inches of my 2 monsters?
Not really.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You're not within 3 inches, so I can't do anything cool.
Thank you for the offer.
You're welcome.
So, I'm now going to hit you.
All right.
Because I am wholly within 12 of an objective I do not control, I get another attack.
Yeah, what's that called? It's a really cool rule.
It's called... Oh, no.
It's on your card.
Oh, my card! Yeah, of course. Bringers of Desolation.
So yeah, if they're wholly within the enemy's territory or wholly within 12 of an objective which they don't control, everyone gets +1 attack, which is a neat little rule.
It's very cool. Die! So I'm hitting you on 3s and I'm wounding you on 3.
Yes.
Yeah, if you get a lot of these in,
Yeah, they're nice.
they do a lot of death.
Freeze to wound, man.
Okay, so that is 6 wounds, please.
Okay, so because I've done all-out defense, my 4-up save goes to a 3-up, but you have a rend of 1 now.
Minus rend now.
Nice.
Minus
So,
1 rend.
6 4-up saves.
Sharpen my blade.
Oh, it's not bad.
Okay.
One of them has taken 3 more wounds, so he has 2 wounds remaining, so counting up. Allow me to get my attacks back to retort, sir. The Mornfang's attacks back. It's worth pointing out that I do have Iron Fists, so 6s to save will do a mortal wound back, but I don't think I rolled any 6s there, so I'll try and remember for next time.
This is where Mornfang Brown comes from.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
you know.
Yeah. So, we've got Culling, Clubs, and Hackers. 7 attacks in total, because one is a champ, or sorry, he's a Skalg.
A Skulk?
A Skalg.
Skalg.
That's the name of their champion. Skalgs.
Oof.
Hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s because you're Nurgle.
I am Nurgle.
It's very, very, very frustrating.
Very thick skin.
I mean, that...
That's a lot of 6s.
Goodness.
Does that mean anything?
No, certainly not. Forced to wound you. Okay, made a difference there. So 2 go through. They would be rend of 1, but because of your banner, you don't care. But they are 2 damage a pop.
Good grief. So I want to get some 4s then, don't I?
3s.
3s then, don't I?
Yeah.
King up!
Boom. So I
You boomed one.
kill 1 and wound another. And now the tusks from the Mornfangs themselves. So these will be 4s and 4s because of the minuses.
Yes.
Again, 3-up saves, and again, 2 damage.
Okay.
Tusks. They're hungry for hands.
You're hitting very hard.
I know, but am I wounding? That's the problem. That -1 to wound doesn't, I mean, again, makes a bit of a difference because they would normally be wounding on 3s. So 4 3-up saves, but each one is again 2 damage.
Nuggly bits!
Oh, boom, boom.
Ow.
Kill another 2 and another is wounded.
Okay. Battle shock.
Battle shot. Yes.
Am I going to be battle shook?
Shooketh.
On a 6?
Literally shaking.
I will be.
No,
No,
I'm
I'm brave.
I mean, you are a Chaos Warrior.
I am Chaos.
You personally.
Full of Nurgle.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Well, I didn't get my battle tactic this turn.
No, you didn't.
It was always going to be a bit of an uphill struggle with that one.
Yeah.
But I probably shouldn't have gone too ham this turn because I might be mince ham.
I mean, look, I like a bit of ham. I'm sure that on some of these models, there's like a cartoon style leg of ham.
Yeah. Like the sort of thing you'd eat in an old video game.
Exactly. Yeah.
Big turkey
The
leg.
roast chicken. Allow me to eat an entire wheel of cheese. And we're fighting. Okay, I've healed up. Yeah.
So that is the end of the turn.
Yes.
The end of the round.
Yes.
Which means now it is time to roll off for priority. And for one of us, this is going to be a pretty horrendous turn.
Very big turn. It's also worth pointing out that for the purposes of the main mission, you are holding 1, holding 2.
Yes.
Those are the activated ones. Therefore, this is how we're going to play it in this game, guys. If we're wrong, let us know in the comments below. Those of you that are far more experienced with the nuances of the Age of Sigmar General's Handbook. But it doesn't make sense to me that I'm holding more objectives and none of them are activated and could therefore deny Beard holding more on the activated scoring.
Yes, we presume that the whole point of the mission having like progressively active objectives
is that you only get the points only they count for that primary mission. So he's holding 1, holding 2.
Yes.
I'm technically holding none activated, so
Yes.
he's getting the full 3 points.
Yes.
Cool.
The big wheel of cheese. Yes.
Right. It's priority. Please.
Okay. Me this time?
Please.
Okay. Looking for a big roll here, chef. Big roll, please. King up! Well, it's respectable.
Oh,
it's
dear.
respectable.
Up! Oh! It's a draw.
Oh, shove it out. What does that mean?
I go first.
No!
Because I had priority.
Can't we roll again?
No.
Oh.
Welcome to pain.
Oh, it might hurt.
Welcome
Flavor Town.
Turn 3, battle round 3. I'm choosing Avalanche of Flesh.
Oh!
So I need to do 10 or more mortal wounds with my trampling charge abilities, which is very doable with an army of monsters. If I don't do it, then I fail that and my grand strategy. So it's a bit all in, but that's fine.
Eggs in basket. They do like eggs.
I do. Have you ever had eggs?
Oh,
they're sick.
They're sick, man.
But before that, we've got the Grasp of the Everwinter and potentially something for Bellacor.
Yeah, speaking of grasping. So I'm going to activate my ability. So I do this once per battle. It's called the Dark Master. It's gonna read the blurb because it's cool. Many puppets dance on Bellacor's infernal strings. Few realize as much until their fate is sealed.
Oh no. But I like my fate.
Yeah, well, now it's sealed! Sealed! Oof, oof, oof. So what this allows me to do is at the start of the enemy hero phase, I pick a unit, which is going to be this fella over here.
Okay.
Mr. Ogor.
The Frost Lord.
The one he's actually pointing at, coincidentally, which is very cool.
Oh.
Yes. And every phase, I roll a dice. And on a 3+, you can do nothing.
I can do nada.
You can't move, you can't fight, you can't unbind things, you can't shoot. Nothing!
I see.
He's on my strings. He's like this.
And that's until your next hero phase?
Till my next hero phase.
If that was for the rest of the game, that would be grim.
That would be a bit silly.
A little bit, yeah.
He's just toying with everyone. So
Yeah.
he just does it for a bit. He's like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, this is fun.
That was fun.
So basically,
Rubik's
he,
Cube.
I mean, there's nothing for him to do this phase, so that's kind of neither here nor there.
But it shouldn't stop you from coming this way, hopefully.
But maybe I wanted to go and charge him.
Well, maybe no.
Sad. Right. Okay, fine. Well, what I'm going to do is do heroic willpower with my general to try and turn off this Realm Scourge Rupture. Because it will just move like this and be really annoying and block me, and it's very frustrating. It's removed from the battlefield.
Oh, you did it!
I denied it. Well, I've dispelled it. He looks at it and just goes, "Can't eat you. Get out of here." And he goes, "Oh, boo!" Get scored.
Gone.
Get scored. Next, we're going to do a prayer from my Huskard. We're not going to do Keening Gale this time. We're actually going to do Winter's Strength.
Oh.
So this is one of the ones on his war scroll itself. Yes. Chanting value of 3. It goes off. So one friendly Beastclaw unit, wholly within 18, Mifrostlord.
Mifrostlord?
Mifrostlord.
Oh.
Mifrostlord. Gets +1 to wound with its melee attacks, which is very nice because that will offset your -1 to wound.
Oh.
Yes. And also, because it is a new battle round, a new objective is now activated. Which one is it? Because you went second.
This one over here.
Okay, very good.
This guy.
This guy. So, that is that. Let's now do some moving. One last thing before movement, the Grasp of the Everwinter, I did forget to do it. I did mention it several times off camera, and then we got excited about Bellacor making people dance on strings like puppets. So on a 1, 2, 3, because that is equal to or less than the number of the battle round, this unit of Chaos Warriors will take D3 mortal wounds. They don't, never mind. It's more like a brisk chill rather than anything dangerous. So in the movement phase itself, we also, Mr. Beard, need to roll to see if this Frostlord that is not the general is able to do anything this turn.
Yes.
So on a 3+, he goes, "I'm stuck on shadowy strings. Help me." He can't move this turn.
He just gets
He just
up
goes,
by his strings.
I'm stuck.
Yes. Damn these infernal strings of fate.
Ugh. The Frostlord, the general, goes back over the rock to here, but obviously 3 inches away. We're also going to bring over my Huskard over here to assist. Oh, knocking over his friend. Ending 3 inches away from your warriors. I am within 9 inches of the Crackerjack, should I wish to make a cheeky charge, depending on what I roll for the charge, unless you have a retort, Mr. Beard.
Maybe I'll just run away a bit.
A little redeploy, is it?
Maybe. I'm going to redeploy.
I understand.
I'm going to spend my CP.
Spend your CP.
5.
5, very nice. It's also worth pointing out that you didn't generate anything from heroic leadership this turn.
I didn't. I just didn't roll it on camera.
I understand.
Because
Okay.
I don't know why.
Yeah. So that will still control of the objective back, but I could always charge backwards.
Please don't.
Maybe I will.
Please don't.
Final bit of movement. We're going to move towards the vanguard. Oh, yes. Right. Shooting phase. We're going to kick off with the Huskard. Firing his Blood Eagle. We've gone from letting loose the Blood Vulture to firing a Blood Eagle. Fine. Also, give it, if you know the actual Viking thing of a Blood Eagle, firing that at you would be terrifying.
It's not fun.
So Blood Eagle was like an old Viking punishment for kinslayers and stuff. They would effectively break your ribs from the back and pull your lungs out of your back and splay them so you look like an eagle made of blood. Because Vikings and they were metal.
It's rough.
They're pretty
Also,
chill people.
Don't be kinslaying. Come on now.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to do the Blood Eagle into the... we're going to turn one of these into a Blood Eagle, one of the Chaos Warriors.
Where's
yes.
the lid by?
It's a mortal wound, your rune shield.
My rune shield! Rune shield!
That's cool. Okay, that's nice. So now we can do the Beast Riders themselves, and they're going to actually fire into the Crackjack.
No!
Blood Eagle. Yes, one mortal wound, your rune-etched armor.
Rune-etched armor! No!
Okay,
Taking
so
a wound.
one mortal wound.
Ouch!
And a harpoon launcher into him, because I can
Stop shooting my crackerjack!
just about see him. It's a hit.
Ah!
Harpoon! It's a wound, it's -1.
Is it?
It
Well,
is.
guess what? I don't know what my save is, but luckily I've got
I
my
believe
cards.
it's a 3+.
I believe you might be right. Let me just check my handy dandy. Oh, hello. It is a 3+. So I need a 4.
4+ or D3 damage?
Ah! Oh no! Boom! My crackerjack.
D3 damage! It's 2. So he
Okay.
has taken 3 wounds there.
I'm down to 6.
6 wounds remaining. Okay, very nice. We've then got a couple of pistols to do, but I'll need to check their stats. Right, the Skalgs now. Skalg. So this is the champions from the Mournfangs. We're going to fire the one into the combat that they're in, and then the one over here is going to fire
With their iron lock pistols, is it?
is iron lock pistol. So obviously think about how big a pistol would be for an ogre. It's basically they hold a flintlock rifle.
Yeah.
Pretty great.
But it's like proper Looney Tunes style, so they have to pull it out of the elongated holster.
Yeah, the barrel's like...
Right, we'll do the one into the Chaos Warriors.
Okay.
Oh, it's a hit.
Oh, good lord.
Freeze to win because it's not a melee weapon.
No,
So
the
you're-
eroding icon, it takes
Yeah.
the edge off your melee weapons.
Yeah, and the
not so much
Nurgle
with
is only against melee,
shot.
right?
Yeah.
So
The bullet's too fast
Yeah.
for the erosion.
it is a wound.
Ow!
-1 D3 damage. Loves it.
They're fine.
Rinse and repeat onto the Varangard.
The shot's just like...
Like, ugh, that's gross. Misses. That's my shooting phase done.
Okay.
But now it is the charge phase. Hold on to your butts.
Okay. The Dark Master. Will he have his way with your thingy again? No. Damn it!
Oh, he can charge.
No!
Well, I'll do it.
He's just like, nah, bored.
You know what? I've decided that I am going to move. So let's start with him. Even if I roll really, really high, I'm not able to get to the Varangard, but if I could have moved, I would have done.
Indubitably.
So it helped. This is the one with belligerent charger. So even if I roll less than a 7 on my charge roll, I count as doing a 7 for the purposes of impact hits, not for the actual charge move itself.
Okay, cool.
Because he is a Frostlord, though, he does get +1 to charge. All Beastclaw Raiders get +1 to charge whilst wholly within my Frostlords. So it
just-
won't. Yeah.
Not a double one.
Well, it's a 9, so a 10. Now it is unmodified charge rolls on the trampling charge, so I don't get to roll 10 dice, but I do get to roll 9 dice, and for each 4+, you take a mortal wound. Oof! Because I get +2 for being a monster. I'm going to double check that for you live. I'll read it for you verbatim. Trampling charge. After a friendly ogre or Rhinox unit makes a charge move, pick one enemy unit within 1 inch of that unit and roll a number of dice equal to the unmodified charge roll for that charge move. Add 1 to the roll if it is an ogre unit that has 3 or more models. Add 2 if they are a monster. And for each 6+, you take a mortal wound. So 9 d6.
See?
And for each 4+, you get
4+.
Yeah. You get to do your rune shields though.
Yes.
Okay, it's 4 to begin with. But do you shrug any?
I don't know. They
Let's
better be
find out.
holding those shields pretty tight. Good grief.
Okay.
Well, that's not gone well.
Goodbye. Oh, two
Yeah.
of them are trampled to the dust.
Yeah.
And that's 4 on my Avalanche of Flesh tally, 6 to go. The Mournfangs are going to charge now. An 8. That will get me into the vanguard.
Oh, yeah.
And then I get to roll my 8d6 for my trampling charge.
8d6.
8d6, but it's only on 6s. You'd think those guys would be on 5s, but never mind.
Well, I mean, they are quite a lot. They're still quite big, but
to be
they're quite
fair,
a lot smaller than them.
Yeah, but they're also, I mean, it says a lot about the vanguard given the size of them. They are nearly the size of a winter saber-toothed bear.
More like Baron Wellard.
Hey, nice one. 6s.
3 6s. The mark of the beast, which is funny because you're on a beast.
You do have a 4 up against mortal.
Yeah, big boy. Big boy shields. King up.
Okay.
Just the one.
Another mortal wound. Very nice. The general now into, well, I mean, I can roll it, but I've only really got the one target.
General Tubbs.
A 5. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to use, so I can use a reroll for forwards onto victory once per game for free because I am a Yolbard, but I don't need to because I want to save that. So I've got 5 to do.
Okay.
Only the one mortal wound.
All right.
Do you shrug it?
Shield. Ah!
Oh, the shield wall. Very nice.
You were going at a slower speed.
Yeah. Casual saunter. Whilst we're here, let's do the Beast Riders.
Okay. Riders of the Beasts.
Riders of the Beast. A 9. Ooh. That is, oh no, that's not enough. That's fine. That's okay. I have a plan.
Okay, he's got
I'm
a plan.
going to move him here.
Right.
So 9 inches.
Yeah. Good grief.
And then we've got 9.
Come on, Nurgle. Come on, Daddy Nurgle.
9. So many trampling charges.
Look at me. That's so savage.
Ooh, another 5 this time.
The other cool thing is because they're in the water, like the splashing of the water.
Oh, it'd be horrible.
Makes it very cinematic.
Yeah.
The old stomps.
5 shrugs to make.
The blood going down the water.
Be absolutely horrific. That pool down here of swamp is now swamp water.
Oh no!
That is also Bosh.
Shoot a bit.
The battle tactic completed.
You did it.
I did it. Go me.
You avalanched me.
And now the Huskard over here.
Okay. Absolute Huskard.
Husky lad. A 7.
Ooh.
A 7.
That'll do it.
A 7.
Yes. Wow, we're surrounded.
How bad of a day are they having?
Oh no.
Oh, well, technically, actually, you would be able to remove models before I make that charge.
Bellacor, save me. What?
You would be able to, because it happens every time I finish the charge. So you could, in theory, remove models to stop me from making that charge.
Oh, that's very
because I was
interesting.
just within 7 anyway.
Okay.
Would you like to do that?
Yes.
Okay, we'll clear it up and then do that.
It didn't make any difference, Chef.
It didn't make any difference. Those poor guys. So 7. It's another 3.
3 more.
3 mortal wounds.
Please, shields. Brace yourselves.
What?
did brace
So it doesn't
themselves.
kill the one-on-one
Killed
wing.
the last guy.
Right. That's all my charges done, and now it's Monstrous Rampage turn. And now it's time to monstrously rampage.
Leave him alone.
Leave the Chaos Warriors alone. We're gonna roar with my Frost Lord. He's just angry that there was like some shadowy devil on his shoulder going like, you don't want to charge. And he goes, yeah, I do.
Yeah. Away with you.
Please. So I'm gonna roar on a 3+. Yeah, so they cannot receive or issue command abilities, so no all-out defense for you.
Oh, pants.
We're also going to stomp on them with my Frost Lord.
Go.
No, doesn't stomp. He's casually sauntered in. He's
Yeah.
just like, rather than, oh, sorry, hang on, I'll do it properly. And then this guy, the Beast Riders, are going to do a new monstrous rampage that the Beastclaw Raiders have.
A brand new shiny one.
A no shiny thing that they can do. So I can do this instead of doing the normal one, which is good because the other ones I can't actually physically do here. Unstoppable charge. You can only do it when they've done a charge. I immediately move 3d6 and can fly over, but only over enemy models, not over terrain. And I have to finish that move within 3 inches of any enemy units.
Okay.
And if I move over you, you take D3 mortal wounds on a 2+.
Ouchie.
But more importantly, this enables me to just go like somewhere else. So if I roll high enough, I could just go and fight something else if I wanted to. He's just on a rampage.
Yeah. A monstrous
A
rampage.
10, well, I'm gonna go this way.
No. My crackerjack.
So I won't be moving over him,
Okay.
but I will now be able to fight him. It is now the fight phase, now that I've done all my mortal wounds and stomps and rampages. Look, it's what happens when you run a monster army, and monsters are cool.
Monster mash.
It is the monster mash, and look, if I was playing against death, there would quite literally be a graveyard smash. I mean, it is spooky season.
It is.
Well, it was spooky season.
It was. And forever it will be. Speaking of spooky, I need to see if I've got my claws and my strings around your
Do you
guy.
have are there strings on me?
I believe so.
There are strings on me.
There are.
So he goes in, he's already done a load of work, and then he goes, oh, my work is done.
Yeah, but right.
That's fine, I'll just have a bite of a chicken leg. And bellacor just goes,
That was like,
pulls it away, and he's just like, and he starts single tear.
and then bellacor slurps back up again.
Oh, bellacor. So, I'm actually going to start with the Mornfang because I could really do with killing at least one Baron Guard.
Okay.
Your Nurgle.
They are Nurgle.
Oh, -1 to wound in combat is very upsetting.
You can tell because of their green bits.
It makes the Chaos very beefy if you give him the marker Nurgle.
Very
beefy.
interesting.
To that end, I am going to spend a CP for all-out attack to try and do as much work as I possibly can.
You've got to work.
Yes. Yes, I do. I got 7 attacks with my clubs and hackers.
Yes.
Hitting on 2s, winning on 4s, rend of 1, damage 2.
Spare the maracas.
You going to do anything else to be really annoying, like all-out defense or anything?
No, because I need my Crackerjack to not be dead.
I understand. Here we go. Well, it
precious
made
Crackerjack.
0 difference there. The +1 to hit, very good. Force to wound you. Right.
Oh, that's not made any difference either.
Okay, but weirdly no difference. Okay, so 3 wounds at -1 damage 2.
-1. Ah! Oh, that's not good.
Ooh, that's not
good at all.
Okay.
So one's dead and one's down to 4 wounds.
Yeah, because they are they're 2 damage a pop.
Yes.
So, one's dead, one's down to 3 wounds.
3 wounds.
Yeah, because I only did a wound on the charge.
Ouchie.
And now my tusks. The tusks from my Mornfangs themselves. The giant saber-toothed bears, which is, again, a terrifying concept.
Yes.
So this will be freeze to hit, but force to wound. Rend of 1 damage. Oh, it helped a bit there.
That's gone well.
Yeah. But does the Nurgle kick in? It does a bit.
Little bit.
But 3 wounds at -1 damage.
3 wounds.
Dos.
Okay.
Do I kill another?
Ah! You do. You killed 2 of them.
Ooh.
Wow. Ouchie. The Chaos Lord. The Lord of Chaos.
The Lord of Crackerjack.
On Crackerjack. Featuring Crackerjack. Now, his Hex Forged Battle Axe, which is a Hex Battle Axe, is actually a Hellfire Hex Battle Axe. A Hexfire Battle Axe.
It sounds like a custom-made weapon from Skyrim.
Yes.
But it's just like, how many words? Yes. Just add on what it does.
Yes.
I think we should call it the Hexfire Axe.
Okay, done.
Haxfire.
Agreed. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. For Jim. So that means that his Hex Fire. Any 6s to wound and mortal wounds instead of normal damage.
Okay, so we'll do 2 mortal wounds on 60 to wound. That's nice.
That's all right.
Okay, that's nice. I like it.
We're going to start off with Crackerjack himself.
Okay.
Here we go. Come on, Crackerjack. Well, that's fine. Wounding you. It is 1 wound with Crackerjack, -1 rend.
No, it goes through.
Yes!
But fortunately, I'm made of literal stone, so I have a 5-up ward save for my stone skeleton.
No wonder you did those mortal wounds on the charge.
Oh dear.
Ah,
Taking 2 from Crackerjack.
Stone Cutter, that's what we'll call him. The demon-bound blade. I hit you all the time.
Oh dear.
I believe. I do believe. Wait, hang on. Hit rolls do 6.
Okay.
Can I wound you? 2 wounds, -2.
Ooh. 6s.
Okay. That's it.
The power of the Everwinter.
D3 wound, never mind. And then we have the Hexfire Battle Forge. The Battle
Goodbye.
Barge. The Borge. I've hit you 3 times.
Not to be confused with the Borg.
No. Ah! Oh man, no 6s. It's 3 wounds.
3 wounds though. Minus.
The minus is 1.
2 go through.
Oh, baby.
So 4 damage.
4 damage.
Okay.
Will I degrade you?
5-up wards. 5 wounds suffered. You've just missed out on degrading me.
Ow.
Do you want to use your death dealer?
Oh.
I don't believe. I think it gives you.
Are you going to kill me?
Well, I don't know because you have. Here's the weird thing. So Death Dealer is so it's your Warlord trait.
It is.
Your command trait. Sorry.
Yeah. So I can fight again, but I get fight last.
Yeah.
So you would hit me first.
And you have to declare it after you finished fighting.
Shame.
So you can't wait and go, I've survived, let me fight at the end.
Well, I've got a command point to do all out defense on him.
I understand.
So that's what I am going to declare. Because if I can degrade him,
I mean, the thing is,
that would be bueno.
If I kill you, you weren't going to use it anyway.
If you kill me,
if I don't kill you, then you might do some business.
Everyone's a winner.
Apart from me, because I've not killed you and taken some business.
Yeah.
Let's do a Frostlord on Stonehorn and show the nonsense that these guys can do. Now, bearing in mind, you are -1 to wound and to my rend.
I am imbued with Grandfather Nurgle's blessings.
I mean, you might need it.
They stink, but it's quite good.
I mean, look, it's a good thing he's not fighting because then there'll be 3 of these to do.
Yes. So, yes.
Because that will make a big difference here. But we will start with some Tracer punches and kicks.
From the Rider.
I hit you twice. I wound you on 4s because of your Nurgle. I wound you once. No rend, damage 1. And a moose boosh. It is a wound.
Why?
Frosty Spear.
Okay.
4 attacks, freeze, then 4s, no rend because of your banner, and then damage 3.
Ouch. You could kill 2.
Well, I hit you 3 times.
You could kill more than 2.
Good, yeah, I hope so. Forced to wound though.
Oh, yes.
Nurgle.
Nurgle's blessings.
No rend here, but 3 damage, so this could kill 2 in one fell swoop.
Live! Yes.
Lives.
Yes!
We will now do the crushing hoofs.
Yep.
Crushing hooves, D6 attacks.
Okay.
3.
Oh.
It's a respectable number. Hitting on freeze, wounding on 2s normally, but Nurgle, so freeze. So freeze and freeze. I hit you twice.
Oh.
I wound you once. It's -1, so -0.
Live! Damn it!
D3 +1 damage because I have charged.
Oh, you have.
So 2 damage. Okay, fine. He's being very disappointing. But now, finally, the rock.
Distracted by his mate that's like,
He's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What? Are you eating your chicken?
yeah.
I spent,
Can I have that?
I spent all night marinating that.
You're going to
24
finish that.
hours, that.
You
Right.
normally do so well with your chicken.
So I've got 6 attacks with my rock hard horns, hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s, rend of 1. This is after all your minuses, but damage 4. 4. Well, I do hit you 3 times.
Okay. Okay.
Forced to wound you, pesky Nurgle. It's 2 wounds. Made a difference there. Rend of 1 because of your banner. Ah! Oh, that's very upsetting. Oh, man.
The Warriors. Getting smushed, but...
Well, not much, apparently.
Well, a bit smushed.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But not much.
No.
No.
So we're still going to fight. So I've still got +1 attack, which is nice. And we're going to go in an anti-clockwise fashion, and we've got quite a lot of units being attacked here. So we're going to start off with 1 guy going into your...
Huskard.
Huskard.
Incidentally, the Husker does have Metal Cruncher. I will do that when it's his time to fight. You should technically do it at the start of the fight phase, but it's not going to make any difference here.
I missed you all the times.
Told ya.
Don't worry about that. The one into your General.
Yes, so he is -1 to wound.
General Grievous. What am I hitting you on?
3s.
3s, yeah.
Yeah, -1 to wound though, because I am a Rockmane Elder.
It made quite a lot of difference.
Yes.
1 wound.
-1, so 4 up save. Loves it.
Yes. The next unit into the smaller ones with my champion.
The Mournfang.
The Mournfangs. Ooh. Clearly inspired by the General. Not so much. Well, yeah, it's fine. Okay. 4 wound.
So 5 up saves here. Ooh, 2 save, but 1 is finally killed.
Hey!
He's dead, Jim.
And then the rest into Bellacor's puppet.
should be you, because you're not the champ.
Oh no, they're mesmerized by Bellacor's puppetry.
Oh, no.
I've missed you
Oh.
8 times.
Oh no! I mean, to be fair, their world is quite literally ringing in their ears.
Yeah. 3 wound.
Okay, so 4 up saves. Okay, 1 goes free, so 5 up ward from a stone skeleton. I take a wound.
Okay.
Right, 2 things. 1. Well, 3 things technically. 1, we're gonna fight with the Huskard.
Yes.
2, I'm gonna backtrack slightly in time to do his Metal Cruncher. I'm gonna do it now. As mentioned, it makes very little difference in terms of the output. 3, I completely forgot that I had Winter Strength on my Frostlord to give +1 to wound to offset the -1 to wound. I think it made a bit of a difference, but I'm not going back to do it now because it's my own fault. I forgot. Tell me how stupid I am in the comments.
Don't do that. That's not very nice.
So that I can ignore you.
Or just don't, yeah.
Be nice.
Metal Cruncher. So Metal Cruncher is really weird. It's just pick an enemy unit within 3 inches that's a War Machine, has a 3-up save, a 2-up save, or a 1-up save, and they just take D6 mortal wounds, just straight up.
Just eating the metal.
Look, he's developed a taste and he has an iron deficiency. It's 3 mortal wounds.
Fair enough.
So do your rune shields protect you? Do you jam the teeth?
This isn't any metal. This is rune shield metal.
So it has a nice tang to it.
Yes.
Okay, so I killed one. All right. And now the Huskard will do his attack. So we'll do his punches and kicks. Freeze then 5s because of your -1 to wound.
Fucking punch!
No, okay. The rock hard. Oh, let's do the crushing hoofs.
Ah, hoofs!
Only 2.
Okay.
Oh dear, this is not going well. I hit you once.
Right.
I wound you. No rend.
Yeah! They're okay.
Okay. And then the rock hard horns. I do hit you.
Ooh!
Only the twice.
Oh.
Because it's forced to hit.
Oh,
3 times
no.
even, because I can't math.
Okay.
I do wound you twice though. These are at rend of 1 because of your -1 reduction.
Yeah!
That is, however, 8 damage.
Oh!
There we go.
The
button guard.
I wish I had more than 1 left.
I mean, I'm surprised I killed 2. I was hoping to kill 1. I got very lucky.
Very well. The Mark of Nurgle has failed me. I will try and do some damage. So we'll start off with the Tearing Fangs.
Yeah.
Die! Oh, yes, vengeance for my fallen horsies. Well, maybe not. Oh no, I did win on 3. So it is 2 wounds, please.
Any rend?
There is a rend, -1.
5 ups. Well,
Stop doing that.
fangs for nothing.
Yay! The Demon Forged Blade. 3
dear.
6s.
1 6.
1
So
6.
that's a mortal wound.
It is.
Dear.
3's to wound. It's 2 wounds. -5. What's -2?
Oh, so 1 goes through.
Okay.
Damage?
So D3.
Okay.
That's 2 damage.
The remaining Mornfang of this pack.
Yes.
So we've got the Culling Hacker from my Skulk.
Skulk.
He hits you twice. He wounds you once. It doesn't matter about the rend, but it is 2 damage. It doesn't matter about the rend. One's dead. The Tusks. Falls and falls. Goodbye.
See you.
Didn't want that. Oh, 2 wounds, no rend. 2 damage.
Ah!
Okay, but I have killed another. The Beast Raiders.
Riders of the Beast.
Yes.
I'm gonna do all out defense
I respect that.
and cross my fingers.
I understand. Tracer punches and kicks. Falls and falls. Well, I only hit once, but that's
Okay.
fine. They're happy to let the beast do the work. Yes, apparently they are. Right. D6 attacks with my crushing hoofs. Oh, I saw it for a moment there. For a moment. Freeze in 2s, because you're not Nurgle.
Sadly not.
You're a corn.
Yes.
Well.
Ooh.
2s. Right. Rend of 1, but you still have a 3-up save because of your all-out defense.
Come on, Crackerjack! Crackerjack!
Loves it.
Yeah, come on, Crackerjack!
Rock hard horns.
No!
Falls, freeze, -2, 4 damage each.
Oh,
Well, I only hit you twice.
okay, that's something.
The hit on 4s is a bit of a problem.
Fail 1, please! For Crackerjack!
I do fail 1. So it is -2, so -1 effectively. Because okay, so he has 2 wounds remaining,
Good lord.
which is a bit of a bum for me.
I don't mind.
I would have piled in as well, because of course I would. It's cool. That means you get to fight me back now.
Ah, should I do it right now?
Sure. Why not?
My little card here. Right, so we're going to aim to degrade.
Aim to degrade. Well, you need to
Aim
do
to
1
degrade.
wound to degrade me.
Okay. Tearing fangs and stuff.
Oh.
Come on, Crackerjack! Crackerjack! Don't look back!
Oh. 3 wounds.
What a beast.
-1?
It is -1.
No, goodbye.
Ooh, see ya.
Well, I do save 1.
Okay.
Damage 2.
Damage 2, baby.
So, stone skeleton.
No.
I do dodge, ward 1, but 3 damage.
Yes.
Fine. I've taken 8.
Crackerjack! My sword! I've hit you twice. My sword! I have wounded you no times.
Right, okay.
But now it's time for the Hex Battle X.
Hax fire.
Hax Chop!
Oh dear.
Hit you all the times.
Quadruple 6, I could be in trouble.
Yeah! Oh, pants alive!
Try roll it. Well, you got to roll that one. That was going off the board.
6! 2 wounds.
2 wins. -1.
-1.
5 upsies.
Oh, stop it!
You have degraded me, though.
I want to kill him more.
Well, that was an interesting turn. Yeah, annoyingly, I really needed to kill him because now he has taken control of this objective, which you activated. And realistically, I probably shouldn't have piled in to, you know, be out of range of that objective, but never mind, we live and learn. So I'm only holding the one objective. You do have a battle shock check to do, though.
But luckily, because Crackerjack is still alive and his inspiring presence is bestowed upon me like radiance, there's an auto pass and we use my CP.
I mean, fair.
He's like, you'll be fine, lads, keep going.
Bit frustrating, but fair. Okay, I have no battle trick to do. Varangard are super brave, so they do not care. Look, you're gonna hit me back real hard now.
Yeah.
But that's fine. These guys are just stupid to shift. It also would help if I remembered my rules, but
That would have helped.
Yeah.
But they are very tough. Like,
They
considering
are
what they've
very
just
tough.
dealt with.
I mean, that's 1,500 points there.
Yeah, in the last book, they would have been dead some time ago.
I mean, yes. But you know what? It's kind of cool that Chaos Warriors are just like, is that what you got? Yeah. Like, so those guys are going to really hurt my noggin, but fine. I picked up a point for holding 1 activated objective. If I'd have positioned a bit better, I could have held 2 and therefore more, but like I say, mistakes were made. But I did complete the Avalanche of Flesh, which is super cool.
Please. Hero phase for the slaves to darkness. So, we're going to do a couple of spells with Mr. Bellacor.
I understand.
I'm going to do that thing to get another
CP?
CP.
Leadership?
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm going to do heroic willpower to try and deny you. There's a running theme with our hero actions this phase. Yes.
I did it!
A bonus CP for Bellacor.
Hooray! So, next he's going to cast some spells.
Okay, what's your battle tactic?
I don't know. I now know. I've seen the future, and now we're in the present. So I'm going to do Enthrall to Chaos, which is one of my Glory of Chaos battle tactics from this nice new book. So I pick an objective marker on the battlefield that's within 12 of any enemy units, which is this one. I then need to kill this model, so there's no enemy units within 12 of that objective.
I understand.
With that, that should do it.
I mean, that should be doable, yes.
If I don't, I'm in a spot of bother.
Just a bit.
But now it is time back to Bellacor for his spells. We're going to start off with a Realm Scourge Rapture.
Right.
Rupture. We're going to try and cast it one more time because he loves the Rupture.
Sure.
And the Rapture. 4, 5, 6, 7, it goes off just about.
It does go off. I am going to attempt to deny this because I don't want it.
That's fair enough.
You can have it.
Okay. Yeah. I'll put that properly in a minute.
Okay.
And then he's going to cast Binding Damnation.
Right.
Tarnation, etc.
And goodness gracious.
He's going to cast that onto this fella over here.
Right.
And if successfully cast, he will be -1 to wound.
Do you mean enfeeble?
Yes, Enfeeble Foe.
So -1 to wound.
It's -1 to wound, and this goes off on a 6.
Alright, cool.
Hop! Goodbye.
Well, it might.
Hop!
It does.
You're enfeebled!
No.
I mean, it's quite impressive, something that big. Ow. Let's see if we can do some more to wounds. Yes!
Okay, how many do you do?
1!
I mean, at least it's 1.
It's better than none.
It is indeed 1.
Yes.
Okay.
So your move is now halved, which is something. Cool, right, well that's that done. Let's get on to moving some stuff. It's their time to shine. The bloodthirst is real. And we charge forth unto the beast. Yes. Crackerjack, doing what he's done, says finish him. And he just goes over this way to watch the murderous rampage. The Gore Beast chariot is going to go over this way. He's been told by Bellacor to block the path of the giant monsters. That's what he'll do. But first he's going to have a little drink by the side of the river. How nice. Bellacor moves forth. Not that far. I always forget about that. And I'm actually going to fall back with the Varangard because I want them to live. And that's the end of my story. And the end of my movement phase.
Slight rewind. I'm going to redeploy because I couldn't remember if you could redeploy from a retreat, and you can. So I'm going to increase the charge on Bellacor from my Mournfangs. I'm spending that CP.
Spend it.
It's in my bin. Oh dear. Well, I mean, it's fine because you'll roll a 3-inch charge now. So I will move back 2 inches.
We'll begin the charge phase with the Chaos Knights.
Yeah.
Even as a giant ogre, you'd think that's quite a foreboding presence. Bellacor will still attempt to charge.
I mean, yes.
Oh, it's a 4.
Oh!
Spend CP
The
to
redeploy
re-roll
helped
it.
me a little bit there. Ha! Oh no, it didn't help me there though.
Moves in like a Kuma. Shing! Monstrous action. Going to roar with Bellacor. I wonder what his roar sounds like.
I imagine it's like, he doesn't roar as such,
It's
but I
just
imagine
like-
it just hits you in your soul.
Yeah, he
Yeah, it's
opens
like-
his mouth and everything shakes.
Yeah. And then you just feel it like deep down and you go, oh, something feels broken.
Toilet.
Oof.
Yeah.
Brown noise.
You do roar successfully at me. So no orders for them, that's fine. I'm going to stomp over here with my Stonehorn because I'm not charged, so I don't get to do my cool supercharge thing. Roaring at you is meaningless because you have no CP.
No.
So a stomp. Yes.
Yes.
A stomp. 3 mortal wounds.
Oh.
Does your rune shield protect you?
Oh, my shield of runings.
All these mortal wounds, and I do crush 1.
Okay.
That's fine. I'll take it. I could be in a bit
One's
of
mega
bother.
dead. Well,
Yeah.
I've not thrown this many dice in Sigmar before.
No.
No. Yes. So, their Mark of Khorne, which means they get an extra attack.
Yeah.
On top of their 3 lance attacks.
Yeah.
It's lots.
Yeah. And because you are, was it the Spear of Chaos or the Lance of Chaos that their rule?
It's called Impaling Charge.
So yeah, effectively they get to fight within half an inch of a model that's within half an inch instead of using their normal range.
Oh
So
no, that's called Riders of Doom.
I mean, that's even better. But they get an extra rend and an extra damage.
Yeah.
I'm doing all-out defense for what it's worth. I do have 8 wounds remaining, but we'll see how long that lasts. Meh.
I hit you on 4s in my lance.
Yeah, but you're wounding on 2s because of your corn banner.
It's not a bad roll.
It's not a great roll, though.
Not a great
But it's
roll.
not a bad roll.
Your purple dice, James,
Yeah,
it has hit.
But it cursed the others.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah. It's the ruinous powers are strong.
They are very
I have
strong.
missed you quite a lot.
You have, yeah. So no CP for all-out attack here, others you absolutely would have done. Because Bellacor has that, but he's not wholly within 18. Because he's not the general. Even if he was.
There's all the
general,
wounds. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Unlucky for some.
That's the Skaven's magic number.
Ah, praise be to Rat Boys.
Did the purple dice wound?
Yes,
It
everything.
did.
Oh,
Yeah.
Go on, lad.
13.
So this
you
will
say.
be -2.
Okay, so I have a 4-up save, but I have done all-out defense. So I've got
Yes.
5-up save and then 5-up wards.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Here we go. It's not good. I
Okay.
saved 2, right? So I've got to do this twice for my damage because
Yes.
of ward save. So just to make it easier for everyone at home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Didn't even need to roll the extra ones. He's dead.
He got shish kebabs.
He got absolutely ruined. But I mean, they are Knights of Ruin. You would hope so.
Yes, they've done their job.
Just before, we are going to go over to the Mournfangs against Bellacor, brave boys that they are. But we're just going to do the Metal Cruncher first because that technically happens at the start of the fight phase. It is something within 3 inches. You take 6 mortal wounds.
Hey!
He chews up your shields. He goes, nom, 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 nom.
Rune shields.
He does kill 2. He eats 2 of them.
Nom.
Right, but we are going to do the Mournfangs. So, 7 attacks from my hackers and whatnot. He's got like no minuses to hit or anything.
No, interestingly.
But he does always have a 4-up save regardless of
Always
rend.
saves on a 4, yeah.
That's nice. So, freeze and freeze.
Yeah.
Did.
Oh,
I mean, okay.
Shadow form by proxy.
Yes. Right.
Oh,
The tusks then. Oh dear.
pass straight through. There you go.
Right. Okay. The tradition of Warhammer Fantasy where mounts do all the work. There we go. 1, 2, 3 wounds, 2 damage.
Up.
I mean, look, I'll do 4 damage to bellacor.
4 damage?
I do not mind.
Ooh. Bellacor.
Okay.
The Dark Master.
I understand.
Yes. So, we've got his Fell Claw and his Piercing Tail first before the Blade of Shadows.
Yes.
I'm going to do all-out attack because he's got his free CP.
He may as
I'm
well.
going to use it.
Yeah.
So, can I hit you with my Spearing Tail?
I don't know, can you?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I wound you with my Spearing Tail? Yes.
Okay.
On a 1+. So it's -3.
I don't get to save.
No, 2 damage.
2 damage.
Yes.
Okay, so 5. 1's on 1 wound remaining.
We've then got the Fell Claw. Yes. The Fell Claw. No.
Okay.
But then we have the Blade of Shadows.
So I've done 4 damage to him. Have I degraded him?
No.
Darn.
Nearly.
Okay.
Well, you're 2 wounds away.
Ah.
The Blade of Shadows.
Oh goodness, that's a lot of
I
attacks.
missed you once. The Blade of Shadows.
Right.
3's to wound you.
Okay.
Blade!
Oh dear.
Oh!
6?
Yes!
Minus?
2!
Okay. I'm gonna roll 3 6s.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll no 6s.
Okay.
How much damage?
2 damage.
Okay, well that is the unit super dead.
Hooray! Slight out of sequence, I'm sorry, I got too excited. The warriors would have.
Yeah, they would have done, but it is the last thing to attack, and they'd already attacked, so it doesn't matter.
Fight Bellacor!
What wanted to do the fight and then the fight, because that's cool.
I'd also be interested to hear your thoughts on Bellacor's output. Because the Blade of Shadows being 3s, -2, damage 2 is a bit like...
Yeah, I mean, 8 attacks, that is nice, but it feels like that should be higher end than the tail, and the tail should be like a big damage hit.
It's a very big sword.
I mean, I don't mind the damage too. I mean, I kind of mind the damage too, and I don't want him to be too good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should be a higher end, I feel.
Because if you put all-out attack on it, it'd just be damage 1. All-out defense, it'd just be damage 1.
Well, no, all out defense is, it would just make it rend of 1.
That's what I mean.
I think the Blade of Shadow should have a rule which is like ignore all save modifiers on the attack. So it's like it's all positive. So you just go, yeah, you can all out defense. You cannot defend against the Blade of Shadows.
Yeah.
It's always -2.
Yeah.
Like that would be cool.
Someone fix that, please. Come on. Anyway, warriors, we got 1 into your general. Ooh.
Yes. -1 to wound here though, for he is a Rockmane Elder.
1 wound.
4 up save. A 5 up ward. Fine.
Very nice. We got 2 into the puppet of Bellacor. Oh! Oh!
Into the puppy.
Yes.
Okay.
This guy.
Oh, into this guy. Oh, forgive me.
The puppet. Oh!
No longer a puppet.
No, 2 former.
Yes.
The
6?
ogre formerly known as 6 wounds.
4 up saves. Right. 5 up rend. 5 up ward. Even 5 up rend. Okay. 2 damage.
And then the others into, including the champion. I do like these Chaos Warriors. They're good.
I don't.
They're good. Okay, 4 wounds.
Okay.
-1.
So this is into the Mornfang. So 5 ups here. Right. He's taken 4 damage. Very well. Who will win? 2 445-point models or 5 stinky boys?
It's like whack-a-mole. They just keep going back
It's the
up.
look, -1 to wound and reducing the rem by 1 is so good on them.
Yeah.
That's why it's taken me so long to chew through them. These guys should be absolutely butchering them.
I was expecting there to be more tramples.
Well, yeah. I mean, to be fair, the tramples did quite well, and then I just whiffed in the last combat phase. But not this time.
Ah!
Punches and kicks from the second in command.
Okay.
They hit you once.
Right.
I do wound you.
An elbow drop off the top.
Yeah, off the top rung of the stone horn.
Goodbye.
Okay, you're fine.
I'm
the
fine.
Frosty Spear. I hit you twice.
Frosty tips.
Frosty Spear. I wound you no times because of your -1 to wound. Crushing Hooves. 3 attacks with my hooves. The hooves hit you twice. The hooves wound you once. You're fine. The Rock Hard Horns. 6 attacks with the horns. I hit you twice. I wound you once. -1. Okay. The other one. Punches and kicks.
If the first don't succeed, get another Frost Lord.
Yeah, apparently so. 1 wound. No rend.
Up!
1
Oh.
damage.
You don't damage.
Frosty Spear.
Knock this block off.
I hit you all the times. Frosty Spear. I'm going to remember that he has +1 to wound because it's not been my next hero phase.
He does.
But it's only 2 wounds so far. -0.
One goes through.
So that is 3 damage, so that kills 2.
2 are dead.
And now the hooves. Hoofs!
Hoops ahoy.
It does hit. It does wound, no rend.
Yep.
Okay, and now the rock hard horns. Forced to hit. Even if I was hitting on 3s or 2s, that would have been terrible.
Is no
Okay.
bueno.
So the unit will live. I do wound them, -1. Does kill another 2 though.
Okay.
There's 1 guy left alive for the Mornfang.
Oh, it's Mercedes.
Of course Mercedes is still around. Right, the Mornfang, the Skulk.
Oh no, there's a skull.
There's a Skulk.
Skulk.
Okay, so
This is the one that fought. I mean, technically, by the canon of the TT canon.
the TT canon.
This is in the past, so she can't die.
yeah, she can't die. This is
good.
before she fights the Great Unclean One in glorious melee combat, and also changes her mark to Khorne. Maybe that's why she was fighting from a Nurgle Great Demon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to kill her.
Yes.
Right. Clubs and hackers. I hit you 3 times.
Well, that's a good start.
I wound you once.
Okay.
No rend. If you fail it, you're dead.
Mercedes.
Okay. It will be down to the tusks. The tusks. I hit you 3 times.
Okay.
The tusks. I wound you once. Fail or die.
Mercedes.
She's dead or banished to the warp. One of the 2.
Maybe this is how she gets her powers.
Maybe. Maybe she's drifting through the warp. No, she's like, Nurgle, if you can hear me. And then Khorne's just like, hello. And she goes, that'll do.
Yeah. Fine.
Close enough.
We are not done with you, Mercedes.
Right, I can't believe that took all of that to kill 5 guys, but fine.
Spicy.
Those guys are just insane. And they hit like a truck. But I mean, also, you'd hope them to be. They're Knights of Chaos with the Mark of Khorne.
They're bad. They're mean.
Mean machines.
They are indeed. Yeah, that big blob of 20 could also be a unit of 30 as well. I think this does probably put the nail in the coffin of that banner having a range.
I mean, that would have been insane.
It can't do.
Like, you would have just had like them there going, you're -1 rend, and you're -1 rend against the Varangard.
Perhaps that was a playtesting artifact that never got.
I don't know. Maybe it just wasn't quality checked.
Who knows? Who knows? Well, I got my battle tactic.
You did.
I am enthralled to chaos. I'm holding more primary, which is nice. So there's a little bit of a lead.
Yeah, only a little bit. But this roll-off is quite crucial.
It's an important one.
Yes, I could do without you getting the charge off, because then, one, I get to show off my stuff on the charge, again, because that's what my army does. And also because if you charge me, I'm in a lot of trouble.
Yes.
So, who went last time?
I went first last time.
Shall I go this time?
You go this time.
Okay.
It's only fair.
Oh dear. Oh, well, that's the nail in that coffin then, isn't it?
Right. Let's see what we can do. So I'm going to pick run them down as my battle tactic. So I need to do 3 successful charges.
I understand.
With my people. We're also going to do over here a rally on the Varangard over here. So because I am
Host of the Everchosen?
the Everchosen, thank you very much. They come back on 4s.
Which is very good.
Pretty tasty.
Yeah.
So let's see if any come back. No.
No, well, at least you don't bring 2 Varangard back.
That's true.
That's helpful for me to stay in it.
I would have liked 1 at least, but never mind. So that's him.
That uses a CP.
It
That's
does.
Nice.
Over here, we're going to do heroic recovery
I
on
understand.
my guy. So
Yes.
we get 3 wounds back.
Well, you need to roll under or equal to your bravery first.
Oh yes.
So you've recovered 3, maybe.
yes.
So roll 2d6. I presume that your bravery is higher than 7.
Well, you'd expect so. Bravery 9.
Yes, so you restored the 3 wounds. Very nice.
Sorry, I don't remember around everyone.
That's okay. My heroic action is going to be his finest hour on this Frostlord, because he's about to fight Bellacor, I think.
He might be.
So it would be prudent to make him a little bit beefier.
Indeed. So what I'm going to do then with his beefiness is I'm going to do a couple of spells. So I'm going to do Enfeeble Foe.
It's actually one of his titles. His beefiest.
His beefiest.
Yes.
His Lord Beefness.
His Lord's Beef man from Beefington.
Beef Strudel.
Beef. Ooh, it's basically a Wellington, isn't it?
Oh, yummy.
What's this one?
6. This is Enfeeble Foe. So it does go off on a 6.
Okay, so he is -1 to wound.
Okay. And then we're also going to cast...
Offsets my +1 to wound from finest hour, so thanks for that.
I'm sorry. And then Binding Damnation goes off on a 7.
Yeah.
It goes off on a 7, so he's also fighting last.
Fine.
Which is nice. So that's that. That's the hero phase done. It was all very heroic. I'm going to need to move my spiky spike bits.
Are you moving the full 9?
Just move it straight over. Yeah.
Oh yes, that's what it does.
It should clip the other one, I think. Maybe.
It won't clip. Oh, come on now. It won't clip the other one, but if you land there, you'll be within an inch, which means you'll affect him anyway.
Yes!
So I will do this now. So on a 2+ on the Hawk
The Huskard?
thrower. Well, pants.
No. Okay.
And then on the General. Yes. Just about.
Oh, well, I've passed 1 with my ward save.
Okay.
I've only took it 1. We're doing everything backwards. It's backwards town. Very good.
Bellacor smells despair on the air and moves up to point.
He smells a redeploy.
Menacingly.
A redeploy!
Menacingly. Ah!
See you later!
That's annoying.
Well, I mean, it's to be fair, with where I am, you're still going to make a relatively decent charge.
I hope so.
But
Goodbye.
because it's only going to put me to about here with the turn. But it increases it to a 5 rather than a 3. So, I mean, look, that worked well for me last time.
Certainly did. Gore Beast Chariot smells gore and moves over this way. Can't go much further than that because of the coherency issues. Coherency?
Well, I don't think there is an engagement range in Sigmar, but it's just you just can't be within 3 inches.
Exactly.
So that.
So he's stuck there. Continuing their rampage of chaos, the Chaos Knights move up this way to engage with the giant foes. The Vanguard will move up next to Bellacor. And finally, revitalized and full of pep, the Chaos Lord on Crackerjack moves on up. Charge phase will begin with Bellacor into the Frosty
Lord.
Frosty Lord.
Frost Lord of Beefington. It did make a difference. Well, I mean, it didn't. You still would have failed. Are you going to use your last CP to re-roll it?
Yeah.
I understand.
Ha! Just about.
Very close.
Just about, but he is in, like a swooping hawk from hell.
Demon. Oh, God.
Gore Beast Chariot next.
Yes.
Let's see what he do. 5. Well,
Not what you wanted.
not really. So he's sort of going to have to go into this fella over here, I guess. That's fine. We'll roll for the Chaos Knights.
Okay. I mean, yes, because you're 3 inches away, but
Again, not super ideal.
no.
Everyone's favourite.
Jackman.
Jackman.
Jackman. Oh.
Jackhammer. Hop! 4, 5, 6, 7.
Should
I
do.
think that would do it.
Ooh. Oh, just.
Just about.
A 7 is what you needed,
A
no more, no
precision
less.
strike from Crackerjack.
No more, no less. Oh yeah, for what it's worth as well, everyone, the objective that's under the Realm Scourge is the activated one because I finally get to choose it, although I'm not sure if it was worth going second for it. Rampage.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to titanically use.
I'm going to as well.
I understand.
Yes.
Okay. You can imagine, like, he's like holding the horns as it's like snarling at him.
Yeah, and the blade's just floating there.
Yeah. Right. I'm going to do a stomp with the Huskard into Crackerjack because he's got a really powerful rule that I don't want you to use.
Quite good.
It's very strong.
Yes.
So basically, he always fights first, and then when he finishes fighting, he picks a knight unit wholly within 12 to immediately fight, and then because it'll be your turn, you get to pick another unit to fight.
Nice
So you basically just get to fight 3 times on the charge with 3 different units, which is very powerful in Sigmar. So I'm going to do, because all my stuff happens at the start of the fight phase, then it's all the fight first stuff. So I'm going to stomp him, end of the charge phase, and then I'm going to do Metal Cruncher on him at the beginning of the fight phase.
Okay.
Before he even gets to a fight, he charges in, and then the meaty mouth just opens and he goes, oh.
Ah, la, 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 la.
Right, a stomp. It's D3 mortal wounds.
Very nice.
A stomp, it's 3 mortal wounds.
Can I shrug? Hop! I shrug one.
So you have 3 wounds remaining.
Yes.
Metal Cruncher. It's the big 6. Oh. You need to pass 4 out of 6 5 up wards.
Oh no. Hop! He's got he got crunched.
He got eaten.
Oh, that's sad.
I mean, you still get to attack with your knights before anything else.
Yeah.
So that's fine, but it also means that there's not like a horrible cascade of doom.
that is true. We will fight in the name of Crackerjack.
I will defend in the name of
Beef.
Flavor
Flavor Town. For Flavor Town.
All out defense for me, please.
Oh, that's not a good roll. No, it's actually, sorry, it's fine.
I mean, yeah, it's the extra attack and the +1 to wound is very nice.
Plus 1 to wound is nice.
It's
Have
wounding
your
on
dice
twos.
back,
Oh.
please. Didn't work. It's broken. It's broken. Sabotage.
Sabotage.
2s to wound. Yep.
Okay.
Oh
dear.
that's gone well.
Oh no.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18 wounds.
Ugh. Okay.
-1.
That's horrible.
That is horrible.
All right, -1, but +1 to my save, so fine. It might help me.
It might.
Gives me 4 up saves.
It might.
No, 5 up saves because you're -1 base, aren't you?
Yes.
Oh dear. 18 5 up saves. It's never been done. It still hasn't. It's not
bad.
the best. It's a bit below par. So I need to roll this twice because you're 2 damage.
Yes.
My ward saves.
Yes.
I have 15 wounds in my pool of plenty.
Okay.
5 up wards.
Jump in the pool.
Oh dear. That's not good. 1, 2, 6, 10. Right. I've got 5 wounds left.
Still 5 left. Okay.
I might be dead though.
Oh, right. It's a second go.
Skeleton! It's not bad.
On the money?
But that is on the money.
Ah.
Well, one more. One more, just as a little
The
cherry on
extra
top.
one was for Crackerjack. Peace be with him.
Peace be with Crackerjack. Alas, poor Huskard. But also, I think they're Chaos Knights.
That's pretty
They've
cool.
taken 2 Stonehorns down.
They're pretty good.
Very
pretty
hard.
good.
It's worth pointing out that the Frostlord was within 3 inches, but there was no point in him doing a monstrous stomp because there was nothing for him to do.
No.
But being within 3 allows me to pile in and attack your Gore Beast.
Score blimey.
Yes.
Score blimey, Governor.
Let's start with punches and kicks, as is tradition. I hit you once. I wound you once. No rend.
No. No.
No, okay. Frosty Spear! 2 hits. You're not Nurgle, are you?
Not today.
Okay, good. 2 wounds, -1.
Cornflakes. Gold Beast. Oh.
1 goes through, that's 3 damage.
Oh. Ouch.
Okay.
I've got 5 left.
Crushing Hoofs.
Hoof me.
4. 4 hoofs.
1 for each hoof.
I hit you 3 times.
Okay.
I wound you 3 times at -1.
Gold Beast. Oh, man.
They've only got 4 up save.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that's weird.
4 up save. It looks slightly more armoured.
You'd think so.
I suppose his back's exposed.
I mean, I guess so. That's
Yeah.
a bit weird. I suppose it's to represent you like just attacking the chariot and like destabilizing it.
I guess.
2d3 damage. That's 6 damage.
He's dead, Jim. You killed my Gore Beast.
Excellent.
The Dark Master returns once again.
Oh,
More heads for the
head thrown.
Spook Throne.
Ah,
Spoopy. So I'm going to use my triumph. He is inspired
okay.
by his own excellence.
I mean, it is Bellacor. He does have quite a large head.
He does indeed. So I will be hitting you now.
Gore Beast is dead.
Oh, yeah, he's dead.
Get out.
Yeah, he died in a gory splat.
So I'm not within 3 inches of the knight so that I can charge and do stuff. Yay, go me.
Yes. So let's start off with his. Let's do his Fell Claw first.
Tracer Claw.
Little stroke.
So he's got +1 to hit because of Titanic Jewel.
Yes.
And he's got +1 to wound because of Inspired.
Yes.
Goodness.
Yes. So I've hit you, and I wound you on a 2. I wound you on a 2.
Okay.
It's -1.
Well, I have done my finest hour, so
Yeah.
3 up save. Yes.
Very nice. We've then got his Spearing Tail.
Oh no.
It's a hit.
Yes.
It's a wound.
Minus-
-3.
Ooh, okay. 5 up save. Yes.
Stop it. We then got the Blade of Shadows. Okay. Blade! Oh man. 3 1s. That's unpleasant. 2s to wound you. Hey, 5 wounds.
5 ups.
-2.
This is what I mean. It's the Blade of Shadows.
Yeah, no, it's a bit lame, isn't it?
5 up. Wait. +1, free up, save. -2 is 5 up, +1. No, so I do pass on to force, forgive me. So 3 go free, so that's 6 damage?
Yes.
Mawtribes! Skelly Bob! Okay. He's taken a bit of a beating.
Not very much.
But not a huge amount, but he is degraded now. It is now time for him to attack you back.
It is.
All right, let me get my some dice. Time to attack you back. Punches and kicks.
Pew, pew, pew.
I hit you 3 times. Kick! 1 wound. No rend. Not that it matters against
It
bellacor,
doesn't
actually.
matter. Oh, he takes a wound.
Damage 1.
Okay.
Frosty Spear. Oh, Titanic Jewel, I hit you all the time.
That's nice.
Now, if I roll a 6 to wound here, I subtract 1 from your attacks characteristics of all your melee weapons because you're a hero or a monster until the end of that phase. You've already fought, so it doesn't matter, but good to know for future
It
reference.
is good to know.
Typical. That is 4 wounds.
My goodness.
Damage free.
Oh. Oh dear.
Okay.
9 wounds.
Right, how many wounds does he have left?
Not a lot. Hang on. You did 9 wounds. You did. He was on.
He was on 10 wounds?
He'd taken 5 wounds before.
He took 4 wounds.
Took 4 wounds.
I just punched him in his noggin.
He's got 1 wound left.
I see. The rock hard, the horns are now 5.
1 wound left.
5 attacks. I do hit you. No, I do hit you 4 times. Maths is hard. I wound you because of the -1 and the +1, and because of my degradation, I wound you twice.
Okay.
Rend doesn't matter.
Yeah,
That's D3 damage.
he's dead.
That seems really disappointing for bellacor.
That's a bit, isn't it? Well, that was unexpected. You killed my bellacor.
I did.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah. He seems quite disappointing.
Well, the 4-up save is fine, but it's still a 4-up save.
Yeah, it's the fact that, I mean, I get the reasoning behind it, because obviously he's made of shadows, but not being able to get your own bonuses, again, I get it because the fact that he just goes no rend, so you just go, I'll have a free up save all the time with all out defense.
Yeah.
But, I don't know if he's worth 355 points.
Yeah. I mean, his sword is a higher AP than the normal Demon Prince's sword.
Yeah, and he is like a cast 2, deny 2 wizard.
Yeah.
But he's just a bit, I suppose in a way it kind of makes sense because he's bellacor, like he's not stupid. Like he would be like, I'm going to be really sneaky, and then strike when it's right. But it feels like he didn't strike very well.
Well, he kind of had to only go for the big things, didn't he?
Yeah, but weirdly,
anyway,
on the flip side, him dying has kind of denied me my grand strategy and my battle tactic. Because I was going to do winter take thee in my next turn, which is basically kill him with mortal wounds.
It's very sneaky.
So I needed to do like 9 damage and no more.
Yeah.
But never mind. Look, I'm in a bit of a pickle here.
Little bit.
You're running away with the points.
Yeah.
My grand strategy isn't doable anymore because I can't complete any. I can only complete 1 more of the Mawtribe battle tactics. And also, I kind of need him to survive. He's only got 2 wounds, and then he's going to be in a bit of a trouble because then it gives you your grand strategy. And you did score 3 points because you got 1, 2, 3, and that one. I'm holding this one with the Frost Lord, but I'm not in range of that one, so fine. I do have a plan, but it could be tough to do. Something different. Something different?
No.
Anyway, it's turn 4 for the Beastclaw Raiders. Look. Now. I have a plan, and there's a way that I could do this in a fairly, well, actually pretty boring way. But I'm going to go for the fun way.
You like fun?
My battle tactic is eat your fill.
Oh.
So everyone needs to be eating. Well, I've only got 3 units. I've got 3 models, to be fair.
Yes.
They all need to be eating at the start of my combat, at the start of the combat phase.
Okay.
Okay, so they need to be within 3 inches of you.
Hungry hippos.
Now, the downside of that is my Mornfang with 2 wounds, if he dies, you get your grand strategy and you'll win. There's no way that I can catch up. My grand strategy is out of the water now. But it's fine.
And also, Because now it's your turn. My knights have been particularly potent because I've been charging. Off the charge,
Not so hot.
less Lancy.
Yes, and also you don't have any command points because you got no characters.
You killed my bellacor.
Your general's dead, and your bellacor can't give it to himself.
Oh yeah,
because he's
exactly what I
dead.
said, yeah.
So it is my Frostlord's finest hour.
Oh, Frosty boy.
This then moves off and will continue to move off. I mean, it can move here. You've got no wizard, so yeah, it becomes wild. But I mean, it just moves.
It's as wild as it can be going in a straight line.
There we go. Okay.
Wild.
It's now the movement phase.
Good grief.
I can do this in one go because
Okay.
you've got no CP. You can't redeploy. I go. I'm here. I'm 3 inches away. I go. I'm here.
Yes.
But I'm not taking any damage because that happens in the hero phase.
Yes. You just jumped over the spikes.
Yes. And I go. I'm here. 3 inches away.
Come on, the Farron Guard.
Right. So it's now the shooting phase.
Okay.
My Frostlord pops open his elixir of the Frostworm.
His what?
It's his artifact. I've not used it yet.
Oh, good lord.
So he takes a swig of it
Yeah.
and goes, whew, it's a bit chilly, and then belches forth a great breath of frost onto you.
Oh.
So you take D6 mortal wounds on a 2+.
D6?
D6!
Okay.
It is D6. Okay. It's free. I might kill one.
Okay.
I might kill one.
Well, luckily my rune shields are very warm. Been warming them up.
Okay.
They're 1/3 warm.
Right. It's now the charge phase.
Okay.
This Frostlord into that Varan Guard.
Okay. Yep.
It's a 7.
Yep.
I'm going to roll my 7 trampling charge dice.
Okay.
Because he goes bonk.
Bonk.
Right.
Hello.
7 trampling charges.
7?
7. That's 6 mortal wounds, because I do them on 4s, because I'm a monster.
Well, that's unpleasant.
Fortunately, you do have your warp steel shields.
I do.
It's 4-up warps.
Warp steel shield's also very fun to say.
Yes.
Warp steel!
Oh, only the 2.
Warpy.
He lives.
Okay.
He lives.
For now.
The Morn Fang.
Yes. Roll a short charge.
That's a 10.
Right.
So he will go hubunk to here.
Okay.
To try and make sure that I've still got that objective.
Yes.
And in fact, he's going to go to here, because then, whilst he will get lots of attacks back, it means you won't be able to get multiple models in range. But it doesn't matter because the Frostlord will do the murders.
Frosty.
But first, the trampling charge.
Okay.
So many charges.
His is less tramply, right?
Yes. Oh dear. His is much less tramply because it's 6s.
Okay. 1 tramp.
1 mortal wound.
A single tramp.
Doesn't do the
I
kill.
will take no tramps from you, sir.
Right. And now,
I am trampless.
my general.
Okay.
So,
Might hurt.
maybe. It's a 7.
Another 7.
Now, I can once per game do all forwards to victory because of my Yulbard. Yulbard! For free.
Oh.
To try and get a higher number.
Ooh, risky business.
It is
there, chef.
risky.
Risky business.
But I'm not going to do it because if I roll a double 1, then I'm not making the charge. And then my plan is kaput. So, we've got 7
Okay.
on the charge.
It's on
Force.
4s again, is it?
It is. That is 5.
5.
5 mortal wounds.
Okay. Rune shield boys, go!
Oh.
Oh!
Only the 1 is killed.
Cheeky.
Cheeky devils.
Cheeky.
So, that will place him here. I will now do my monstrous rampages.
Oh, good
We're going to stomp with my Frostlord here.
No, stop killing
On a 2+.
me.
Yes. You take D3 mortal wounds. Just the 1 on your Varangard.
What steel?
No.
Oh, poo!
Got a wound left?
He's got 2 wounds left.
Right. And then we're going to do the trampling unstoppable charge, the unstoppable charge with this Stonehorn here. Right. So he moves 3d6 and has to finish the move within 3 inches and then does D3 mortal wounds.
Very well.
So he moves 11.
11?
And he gets to fly when he does this.
It's like E.T.
Yeah, basically. So
Guy loves pedaling.
yeah, no, please. On a 2+. Yes, you take D3 mortal wounds.
About
Just the 1 again. Oh no.
rune shield.
No, a mortal wound. Right, that's all of that done. Now we get to close combat. Right. It's a very precarious time now. So, I'm going to spend a CP on all-out attack on my boy.
Oh no.
Here we go. So with my finest arrow as well, I'm getting +1 to hit and wound.
Good lord.
Grief.
Chaos be with me.
Punches and kicks. Okay. Off to a solid start. 1 wound. No AP. No,
Live! Damn it!
1 damage. A frosty spear.
That was quite the spectacle.
Oh, stop it, ones! 2's to wound you at least. Right, that's 1, 2, 3 wounds at -1.
-1.
These are 3 damage a pop. Ooh, kills 1.
Right, 1's dead, and you've done 2
what-
wounds on another.
Yeah, okay. So there's 7 and a third left.
Yes.
Right. The crushing hooves. If there was a time for more than a 3 on a d6. Oh no.
Oh, you said the magic words! It's a 1!
Okay.
Oh no!
The rock hard horns. Here we go.
He was just flying. Ah!
He hits you with everything.
No!
Right.
Hit me with the hooves, not the horns!
2's to wound you.
Oh!
5 wounds at -2. 4 damage.
Oh no!
So these are 5 up saves.
Okay. Live! Oh no! Oh, it's not gone well!
Okay.
Oh no!
That is 16 damage.
Ah.
So 1 was on 1 wound, so that's 1 dead and another 5 cut down.
Ah.
Savage.
2 wounds to get through. I've got 2 left.
I'm doing all out
including my
defense.
Doom Knight.
The Doom Knight.
The first is the Doom Hooves. Doom!
Tracer hooves.
Oh!
Okay.
Hang on. No, I've hit you 3 times.
Okay.
Need that again. Doom! Just the 1 wound.
Okay. 3 up save. Okay. I've got 2 wounds left still.
Okay.
It's down to the knights.
7 lances. 7 lances.
Yep.
Oh no, they've all hit! I've hit you every time!
Oh no.
Every time!
At least you're not getting your +1 to wound because you've not charged.
Come on,
or your
big
extra
dice
attack.
tray.
But still.
Freeze. Ah! Oh, it's not
it's
bad!
pretty good.
Not bad! It's 5 wounds at -1, baby!
So this is back to my 4 up saves. I'm going to do this 1 at a time.
Ah!
I've got a wound left.
Left. Oh, he's alive! Oh, he's dead!
Ah, no.
He falls. Impaled on the Doom Knight's lance!
Well played.
Well played!
Well done, So what this means, guys, is because here's my last battle line unit, this was the risk that I had to do. So I will get my battle tactic. You do have battle shock to do for them.
Oh, yeah, so do that now.
Yeah. They all run.
Goodbye.
Very well.
We've done our bidding. Good. Varangard, it's all down to you, baby!
I mean, that's kind of a superfluous combat now.
I mean,
really.
he's probably going to die.
Yeah, because realistically what happens now is you've got your grand strategy, which puts you on 20 points.
Yes.
I was on 9. The best I could do if I get the 5 points and the 5 points would be 19.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to get the 5 points this turn because I've done my battle tactic. I'm holding 1, I'm holding 2, I'm holding more.
Yep.
Because I will be holding this one. Because there's no one here now, but I was holding it at the end of last turn anyway.
You've galloped
so
off.
it's still under my control because it's not been contested yet. So, fine. And then I'm holding this middle one. So I'm holding 2 to your... Well, I'd actually... Ooh. No, I needed him to survive because you're still... Because I can only hold 1 objective, right?
Yeah.
In Sigmar, despite my massive size. And this objective isn't active yet. So this one and that one are still under your control. Which means that I am and this one was under your control. So even if I chose the one that I'm on or that one over there, you're going to be holding at least 2, which means I'm holding 2, so I'm not holding more. So it gives me 4 points this turn. I needed him to survive, so it was a massive risk, but I mean, in for a penny and in for a pound of beef.
Yes. Beefy weefy.
So, wow, but what a game!
That was a lot of fun.
That was really, really good fun.
a lot of fun.
Really,
The Chaos Knights are great.
They're horrific.
They're really
They just
good.
go like, what am I fighting? Does it matter?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Lancers up, boys.
Yeah, bang.
The Chaos Warriors are ridiculously resilient.
Oh my god.
Good grief.
Yeah. Also, it's worth pointing out that every time your knights charged, you didn't have the CP to do all-out attacks, so you were hitting on 4s.
Yeah.
Imagine if you did have the CP to do all-out attack, and we didn't get the chance to see the Crackerjack do the sort of the wombo combo of he charges in, fights, then the knights fight, and then all of a sudden I go, I've got nothing to fight because everything's
There's
dead.
some
I didn't
tasty
want
things you can do with Knights and
Yeah.
Warriors and stuff. Yeah, it's good
Yeah,
fun.
I-
Bellacor was a bit meh.
Oh, Bellacor.
Nah.
I mean,
He's alright. He's very expensive.
yeah, I
He
don't
do
think...
some cool stuff.
I mean, it's kind of that weird thing when you go, well, for reference, you could have just made that unit of 20 warriors a 30-man unit.
Yeah.
And still have had like 85 points to spare.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you enjoy your
Oh, they're
Beastclaws?
ogres. They had a great time. Yeah, I mean, big stompy monsters that finally got to do the stomps in the dying moments of the game.
Yeah.
If he'd been doing that in the previous rounds,
He did well at the end.
he did well at the
He's
end.
now Stompacles.
Stompacles and Lord Beefington.
Ah, Beef Wellington.
Your Varangard are a bit odd.
They have been in every game I've ever used.
I
I don't
know.
know if I'm just using them wrong, but they've always been quite pants. I don't know why. Maybe I'll use a big Blobber 6 next time or something.
Yeah, I saw someone saying like one of the comments like, just use a big blob of 6 and just like charge them into like the biggest combat and then fight twice because then they're like really broken. And you go, well, yeah, but that's also like 600 points. You hope so.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the Chaos have really come out well with the new Battletome.
But nice little glow up, yeah.
The marks are so much better now.
And the banners.
And the banners are great. I think Host of the Everchosen, again, weirdly, we didn't get a chance to see the rally portion of it.
Yeah.
But imagine if that had worked and you'd just gone, yeah, I just brought 2 Varangard back on 4 pluses. I'd be like, oh no.
Oh, pants alive.
Bum. Yeah.
I can experiment some more with some of the other stuff. I could do some like wizard heavy builds
Yeah.
and maybe bring in some demon allies or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot that you can do.
Yeah.
Likewise, for the Mawtribes, we are slightly limited. This is basically the army that we've got plus 2 Mournfangs, which is now slightly more than 2,000 points. But we will get the Gutbuster portion done. We do have some of those models from old collections built and ready to go, but they just need to be trimmed and all that sort of
It's
stuff.
from the archives of Chef.
Yeah.
The Chef-chives.
Chef guys.
Yes.
But thank you for joining us.
And if you like Sigmar, if you're enjoying the Sigmar content, we've got a heap more on demand. We literally have double the content on demand.
Literally double.
Double. The stonks. So we've got
Sigmar stonks.
Yes, we've got 4 more games available on demand. And although this is like the 3rd run of Slaves to Darkness, we do have a lot more armies available. It's just the way the filming's worked out. So we've got what else have we got? We've got the Soul-like Grave
We've
Lords.
got Soul-like Grave Lords. We've got the Seraphon, as
Yeah.
you would have seen a few weeks ago. We've got the Head Knights. We've got a game with some Blades of Corn.
Yeah.
Although mea culpa, my apologies, Chaos Familiar. I did misread the rules on that one. So technically, the Maggotkin won that game. Spoiler alert for something from like 5 weeks ago.
I'm crushed and appalled.
I know. We've got the Maggotkin.
And coming up, we've got the debut of the Oryx on demand. That's going to be coming out shortly after this video as well. So get on that extra content. Get an on-demand membership. There's also, I don't know, a few hundred extra 40k videos on there.
Just a couple.
Yeah, and then all of the other backstage content. Literally, there's so much on there. You could feast like a Mawtribesman. Yes.
Yeah, they need to head back to the Gulping God, like the Great Maw, head back to the tribes and go, well, it didn't go quite to plan.
Yeah.
But my belly is full.
We do have snacks.
And we've got a lot of snacks.
Yes.
Because there's nothing left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well played, sir. Well
thank
played
you.
indeed.
What a lovely time.
Very good fun indeed, yes. But yeah, I've had a blast. I'm always having a blast in Sigmar. It's
Sigmar's amazing. If you haven't tried Sigmar yet, especially if you play 40k and you're thinking about Sigmar, give it a go. It's really fun. The game is very different, but in my opinion, it is more simplistic once you get your head around the rules. The armies look amazing, and just the general feel of the game.
I mean,
It's very fun.
We saw bellacor, a giant shadow demon, fighting effectively what is a bull mammoth hybrid ridden by a 10-ton Khan.
Yeah.
That's made of stones and surrounded by wintry chill, which does the hurts.
Yeah.
And that looks cool.
What more do you want in this life?
I mean, cool stuff.
Yes.
More
What is best
cool
in
stuff.
life?
Sigmar.
Yes. Yes. Well, on that note, we'll be off to feast on the snacks. You can open your maws and feast on our on-demand delights. And we'll see you very soon. Bye!
Bye-bye!
First of all, we must... Oh, my brain just stopped working.
Oh, the power of chaos is strong!